they say, and by they I mean the people we're on the run from, that food is an ugly business. That food is intolerant and fake, even illegal. Well, I never saw food as an ugly business at all. I always saw it as, well, charming. I mean, this food charms you. It takes you in. It makes you feel welcome. Travel is like that. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. It even breaks your heart. But that's okay. Hopefully, you leave something good behind. Just don't bite off more than you can chew.
Hey yo, and we're back. Happy Friday, everybody, and a wonderful Harvest Festival to everyone at home. Hopefully, everyone is doing well with their families. And I'm happy to present our finale of Chew, the golden baked crust that finally came out of the oven after, I think, 36 hours of me seeing a rotisserie chicken. That's finally popping out, beautiful, ready. That's who we are. Thank you so much to Weave the Tale for hosting us for an entire season. This is our ninth part, and we've had interviews and all kinds of side content as well. Chew's been such a great part, dominating my life for so long now with food puns and reading and wonderful game creation with these people and a shared imaginary space that I've really never had a chance to do before. Thank you so much to Imagining Games for your wonderful food-based drama mystery game that successfully did Kickstart. Please remember, everybody, check it out on BackerKit if you haven't already, and take a look at the Facebook as well to see what's going on with Chew, from the game to the board game to the graphic novel and maybe beyond in the Chewniverse. Thank you so much, everybody, again for coming to our last session of Chew. My name is Anthony, and you can find me on or on Twitter at Prainntheplague. Reverse those, and I'm happy to be your head chef for this final session of Chew. But before we see what we're cooking up here, let's take a look at our best organic ingredients here and take a look at our cast in no particular order. I'm going to take a pick of somebody and just dish what's going on with you, and then of course who you are playing in Chew. In this case, it is going to be Dinah Mama Maple. What you got going on, Nikki?
Hello, I am Nikki. You can find me everywhere online at halfling_Nikki NIKKI. I am also co-creator over at TTRPG. We stream tabletop role-playing games, and we have a talk show on the last Sunday of every month. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific, we have another episode of Besieged by the Dead, which is our Ravenloft campaign. And we also have our episode of our talk show on Sunday, and our guests are Jude, aka Mermaid Royal from Death to Divinity, and the Noir Enigma is both our talk guest and our musical guest. So that will be super fun. Tonight I am playing Dinah Mama Maple. She's an elderly Irish American woman, and she likes baked goods and tea, and is here to make sure the Baron doesn't blow anything up that he's not supposed to.
TTRPG is great, and the tea that TTRPG uses is the same one that Dinah uses to wet biscuits, I'm sure. So, up next, we're going to go with our wonderful resident member of royalty, our Regent Baron Hamm. Leland.
Regent Baron? Baron Hamm. Get it right. Baron squared. Anyway. Hi, everyone. I'm Leland. Oh, hey, what's up? / LeopoldTheJust, and you can find me on the internet at LeopoldTheJust. I've got pretty good brand consistency. I'm pretty proud of that. You should go hit like on something I posted recently as a sign of you being proud of me as well. Or don't, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I am playing Baron Hamm, as stated previously. I am the hottest of hot shots, though my fire might not burn as bright as it used to before since I'm retired, but I'm still, causing unnecessary explosions everywhere I go, killing hordes of chicken mutants. Um,
Weaponizing
yeah, that's really about
Doritos.
it. Yep, Doritos. Can't forget the Dorito. That's short for Doritos. Doritos.
My Doritos are considered dangerous and deadly weapons. I had to get them registered.
Yeah,
It's awful.
yeah. There's enough tortilla meat in the Dorito for it to count as a tortilla chip, which is what the move. So there's all sorts of other shit in Doritos. I've come to find out this season. So it's been a very educational experience. All right,
It's
cool.
technically a chip.
It's technically a chip.
Next up, right in the middle here, our wonderful birthday chew member, Calliegh Mari, played by the wonderful Dido. What you got going on is Harvest Festival in your birthday?
I am Dido. You can find me on Twitter at Dido11. I don't do a lot on there, but if I do anything, that's where I'll be. It's weird not saying you can catch me here on Friday, but I'm gonna be doing some more stuff over on Party Wife Games with Ren. Saturdays we'll be doing a homebrew, and then Thursdays I joined their Beyond the Witchlight, where I'm going to play a tank, but not a tank, so it'll be interesting. And
The
then
hat
I'll
will add.
probably be here.
That's amazing.
additional protection. Sorry.
I love it.
But yeah, I'll be playing Calliegh. She kind of missed all of the farts that went on last week, but she needed a break from this whole FDA stuff. Mama got her into this FDA business, saying that it'd be different than being a freelancer for all of these terrorist groups, and well, it hasn't quite been like that at all.
Dido, and therefore Calliegh, has been in quite a lot up in Chew. A lot of deaths, a lot of violence attributed. So these are all thinly veiled threats on people's lives. Don't be mistaken. Uh, up next, our wonderful cheese-based vegan, Colby Jack, played by our wonderful tech Sam, controlling this amazing corkboard, our screens, and the wonderful hacker you see there on the screen. What's going on?
Party hats. It's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. And
I
definitely
love my
not
party
cheese
hat.
based
I can see it
at
now.
all. Sorry, I had to. Anyways, I am Sam or Scribbles, and tonight I will be playing our lovely vegan Colby Jack. That is a vegan, but not a pacifist. And we are trying to see who ends the game with the highest kill count.
Oh.
I don't know yet.
Are we
We
counting
good?
chicken mutants?
No,
Damn it. Human kills. Got it.
human kills. We don't kill animals. No animals were harmed, except
Oh,
for
well, I
humans.
killed some.
Except for
They
humans.
weren't real chickens. No, they weren't real. They weren't real chickens.
Got it.
But they were real animals.
No, they
so-
weren't.
Yeah, they definitely were. I killed the shit out of tons of them. I'm an animal massacrer, according to
Colby
you.
is
I'm
under
sure.
the impression it was just candy.
I thought they were just candy.
Oh, in the I am yes, for the old seamstress, yes. That person was
Oh.
just candy, but then there was
Oh, well,
regular
thank goodness.
chog and chunk.
We
At our
we shared
last
our
dining.
vegan symbol. Like, come on.
Yeah. The secret handshake. No, you're good there. Yeah. No, those are safe. Those are safe.
All right, cool.
I also had a
Sorry.
candy heart. I also had a candy. But moving on here, on to last but not least, our amazing Rob Mulligan, playing Bobby Bourbon. Got a couple stuff to say. What's going on, Bobby?
Hey.
Bob?
Yeah, I'm GM Rob Mulligan. I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. We do all kinds of gameplay and tutorials and series and videos. You can check out Cybernation Uncensored on Twitch and YouTube. But also recently we launched a Kickstarter, well, a little early bird sort of thing. So I'd appreciate it if everybody would sign up for the notification and check out what we have coming. We have magnetic miniatures with all kinds of parts and things, and different sets of dice, and portable foldable tower and case, and it's all kind of set around the cyberpunk red theme. But there's also some other goals and additions and add-ons that can kind of bring it into the 2D20 game realm. So a lot of these things fit into Fallout and other sci-fi games and stuff like that. So when you get a chance, check out premium.cybernationuncensored.com. I think Anthony made a command for it in chat. I'll post there in a minute. But once I get it there, yeah, everybody check that out. It'd be awesome if you sign up. And then when we launch, check out what we have to offer. And yeah, for this gameplay, thanks everybody, especially Anthony, everybody at Weave the Tale for having me, inviting me to come play. I'm excited to do the finale. And I'm basically getting to play Bobby Bourbon. He's a lowlife, but he's got a heart of gold, and he's finally learning to kind of work with a family sort of team, and not just business, but he actually cares about these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how it turns out.
How far we've come. A food family united by chew. How beautiful to see. Yeah, make sure to check out that link. And so we are at 18 out of 20 retweets here and 1 out of 5 subs. Let's pump those numbers for the end of it and get some cool appetite bonuses, some protection, condition clears, or even advancing the plot for our agents a little bit easier as time goes on. So without further ado, everybody, without further ado, let's get into it. The scene, we are in a district of Paris, towards this, like, near the heart of the city, basically smack dab in the center. We're in a very ornate, Baroque style, grand atrium style area, when at this dinner party the Bon Vivant Club and the Culinary Network have conspired to be information brokers, actioneers, and privateers for governments and companies alike around the globe. They've kidnapped you here because the FDA and the USDA paid them a little bit more to interrogate all of their recent enemies and figure out really who was up to the crap that's been going on the entire time that global gastronomy has been happening. There was disagreements, to say the least, and people did get hurt. Citizens and waiters, anybody who was not directly involved in the horrors of these organizations, were rescued by the agents. So it was just the agents themselves and a couple of key contacts from NASA, from protection agencies in the UK and the EU. Of course, even Montero had a representative. NASA lets you know about some spies at the FDA main bureau in Philly that you should probably get to and figure out what's been going on after all with your blacklisting and make your grand return to the United States. Chog, this artificial frog creature, is being served at the dinner party, and the Church of the Immaculate Ova, or the Catholic Church really, because they're kind of fusing at this point, hate the idea that chicken of any kind will be served here. There is a Chog variant that has real chicken. It is half chicken, half frog, and it is actually feathered and almost like an advanced Chog. This is enough for the Catholic Church to make their move, and they go in and actually break through the stained glass. It's agents firing upon everybody in the atrium, as well as the guards who are there. Chow Chu, a celebrity figure, and Le Critique, the organizers of the entire event, kind of huddle in the corner scared as a Honey Ham goes right for her former bosses, the daughter of Baron Hamm. We're right in the middle of combat. Bobby is passed out. and can be resuscitated here. And Calliegh as well is not here. Right now it's just Baron, Dinah, and Colby. What's going on, everybody?
I mean, I would like to take cover.
Oh my god.
You three got this.
Basically, it's the best I could say is take cover and start fighting back. Flip
Before
a
we
table
move
or
on,
some shit. I don't.
so a little bit of protection from the divine head chef above and the great brown beyond has actually given you a boon. The 20 retweet goal has been hit. So if anybody who has a condition has one, they can remove that condition. Bobby, in your case, I will let you use the retweet goal to resuscitate immediately. Please give me a gust of air. How do you get back in the room? What happens when you come to? You're probably still tripping. Everybody is tripping while this is happening, but it might be wearing off a little bit. So depends on the person.
It's just going to be kind of
there he
out. Mom, I don't want to clean my room. Don't make me go to... Wait, what? What the hell? What just happened? Holy shit, is there a battle going on around here? What's going on?
Wake the hell up.
Well, I'm awake. What's going on around here?
Let's talk.
I thought we were sitting down for dinner. I get squirted in the face, and now I wake up and everything's going crazy. What's up?
Is your character still lying on the ground, or are you standing at this point, or?
I think I jumped up.
Jumped up? Okay.
Oh, no, not good.
Get the hell down! And I'm gonna just start flinging Doritos in his direction towards bad guys. narrowly avoiding his beautiful hair.
Let's roll an explosive Dorito check.
Explosive Dorito check. That's my favorite. You know that?
Choose the best system for such an example.
Explosive Dorito check incoming. Rolling the dice. I got a 6. And I dug in,
okay.
so something explodes.
Something explodes. So it's kind of like a ladder of people coming in, right, and kind of hup, you know, Catholic Church members and church members of the Immaculate Ova up in like monk robes and like potato sack kind of like stitched clothing, coming up the ladder. The ladder explodes. So anybody who was coming in at that particular time, they kind of fall and they hang on to the cobblestone of the nearby tower. And kind of like slide down. They're okay, but definitely can't get to you. You definitely have a moment of respite. What?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a moment of respite as what appears to be a flying spaghetti machine that can hover. It kind of flies on towards the window. It's like this mass of noodles and sauce. And it's sort of like keeping shape by an unknown force. It's kind of floating around.
Wow.
I think I'm still tripping or something. What?
The ramp.
I see it too.
Are you sure?
Layers down.
Oh, okay.
The ramp layers down as the entire Marie family comes out. Calliegh Mari, Mother Mari, and Lucas Mari with a gunshot wound come out of the ramp, and Calliegh is here. It seems like they've been picked up in the Mary VTOL after being called earlier. Raisin Bran, the kiloton fart WMD that you all found in the barn, is also in the back, still in the chains that you had, eating from a small box of raisins. Mother Marie is like, are we wasting any more time here?
No. I'm not a time waster. What's okay? What do I actually see? Because I don't know what's going on. Dinah doesn't know what's going on.
You're seeing them, Callie. You're seeing them from the ramp, and you're looking into this like Baroque exhibition area. So you're trying to like you can pull them out if they jump in.
Well, are you guys just gonna lay there with whatever that is up your butt, or are you guys gonna get on?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Spaghetti space. Okay.
But shit,
Yeah,
I
I would
didn't even
get
get
up.
to eat. What the hell? I just woke up. Shit. All right. Is there
Also,
any
you
food
don't
on the
want to
table
appear-
nearby I can quickly grab and hop in?
And
We'll
I'm
feed
sure
you when
Mama
you get
Maple
on.
will have some snacks.
And,
Mama Maple
Bobby will
always
try
has
to
snacks.
snatch some food off of a nearby table as he hops into the ship, the flying spaghetti.
are they being like shot at, or like what's going on? Or are they
So
just hiding?
there is combat happening, and there's a couple of like main like I guess focus points. There's bullets, probably number one. Need a way around bullets. Number two, Honey Ham is out there beating the shit out of Chow Chu and Lekri Teak for what she's had to go through, and she actually has no interest in leaving.
How far away is Chu?
It's all within the same room, so this wouldn't be like a chase or anything. It's just a matter of what everybody wanted to do.
I'm just
With
trying to
the
figure out
bullets
which
and or
gun I
Honey Ham.
pull out.
Yeah.
It's more than a couple meters.
All right,
Are
she's
you
gonna.
going to leave your daughter behind, Ham?
Hell no. And Baron's
go.
gonna charge over. And just go ahead. You go first.
I'm gonna cover him. I'm gonna off of the side of the. What did you call it? What did you call this thing?
Some fancy French word.
The Marie Vitol.
Yeah, that.
Oh, never mind.
The Marie
Different word.
Vitol. I'm gonna pull
Sounds
big,
fancy.
sniper, like a. I am not proficient in guns, but Callie would be. But like a long range gun to give Baron cover, and my first target is going to be Chow Chu, because I don't like his brother.
Cool.
So while everybody
just
else
a
gets on,
rifle.
I'm gonna give Baron cover.
Sweet. You got
All
some
right,
rifle
so-
cover. I got
Some rifle cover.
Doritos.
Doritos.
Armed with Doritos.
There's
Want to run
still
over?
some
Can I just
fighting-
tell you what my plan is, real quick?
Yeah.
Just
What?
to give you an
what
idea.
are you doing?
Okay, my plan is to just run over there. It's like scoop her up
Good plan.
in the middle of her just duking it out, and then just carry her back into our getaway vehicle
Okay,
or whatever the hell.
So roll for pickup daughter. It's
Roll for
right.
da-
like that.
yeah.
Roll
Yes,
for daughter.
exactly.
What would you what
I feel like-
approaches or perks would you like to use?
I
for
feel like
this?
I'm proficient because you know how kids always like play dead and you gotta like pick them up and stuff. I don't know. That's just what I see on TV. I don't have kids.
Dead
But
weight.
yeah, so
Yep.
dead weight, yeah. So I'm, she's not doing the dead weight thing. I don't think. Hopefully, so I feel like I should get a bonus. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do. I can't dig in anymore, so no more free explosions. Because I spent all my
well,
appetite down to one appetite.
since I'm giving him cover, wouldn't that be me lending a hand?
Lend a hand. I agree.
Yep, you can knock one appetite off. Okay, so that's.
Lending
so
a
I'm-
hand does not cost me appetite.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so
We are
this is an
strong.
instinct roll. This is like fatherly instinct, So I'm gonna use the
Fatherly
instinct
instinct
stat for
coming.
this.
Okay.
And it's
what
bold.
approach would you use for this? Bold. All right.
Yeah.
So that's
and
one for bold.
and then I get the extra one.
Another one for Callie.
So I've got 4.
Yeah,
There we
it
go.
should be 4 here.
6. Yep.
A 6.
got it.
Okay. So we are at a 3 danger cluck, and it is the final cluck down. I imagine that danger cluck to go off before the end of the session. I imagine at what point the last time it happened, an entire city was drugged, and many were shot or trampled. So it was it was quite a lot. I wonder what it'll happen. You know, what will happen next time. This was a risky roll, but no penalty. With
Okay,
great
he
effect.
says to her. He says to her as he picks her up. He says,
"We just got each other back. Not letting you go. Come on. And one last punch before I have you."
Okay, because he's right here. And Honeyham just goes in and bashes Le Critique of the Bon Vivant Society, the top 1%ers chefs, and it just, you hear a definite, you know, there's a neck snap. This man is not okay.
That's my good.
Drops. And he's like, "You only gave me 1 punch. Come on, everybody needs a little explosion every now and again. Whatever. Listen, let's get out of here, Dad."
All right, piggyback.
Oh, that sounds like fun, actually. Okay, I'll hop on.
"All right, so piggyback it. We're
Let's
piggybacking
throw
out
out
of
your
there."
back.
Hey,
Bobby's been eating
keep
chog
those
this whole
remarks to
time.
yourself.
That's the only food in here. Just raw chog.
Raw chog.
I'm
Raw
raw
chogging
chogging
it
it
is
over
the
here. Can
new-
we get
is the new
going?
phrase.
I'm fucking raw chogging it over
Callie
here.
still
Can we
wants
get
to
going?
shoot somebody.
Shoot somebody.
Shoot away.
Let's go.
So
I'm
who
sure that
was,
Dinah...
who was Honeyham fighting?
Honeyham was fighting Le Critique, who is the kind of representative for the Bon Vivant Fine Diners Club here, which is like a top 1%er of both chefs and food connoisseurs, and the Culinary Network, kind of their propaganda mouthpiece that legitimizes and justifies the things that they do in this like new food-centric world.
No, I still want to shoot you.
Chow's right there, kind of looking like, "Hey, wait. You're FDA, right? You and some of your buddies?"
What you're talking about.
I have no idea what
Do
you're
I look FDA
denial.
to you? And she's
No,
not.
no,
mind you, Callie is
Shoot
not
'em.
in her usual getup. She's in like a Black Widow assassin suit, like zipped up, just like full
Wear the
like,
freaking birthday hat.
leather and pants.
So you got like the special bodysuit on with compartments for like all kinds of weapons and gear that like are small and then grow when you rehydrate them. They've been freeze dried. So you're there. You're able to help them. Honeyham is right next to Chow. He's like, "Listen, I thought you were with Tony some way. Listen, I just want to give a message back to Tony, and then, you know, I'll get out of this, okay? I'll go back to Yamapalu, and I'll go work on whatever they had over there."
Hey, Colby, what would you do to a chicken fanatic? And she's not even looking at Colby, she's staring right at Chew. Chow, Chew.
Indeed.
Chicken fanatic, like fanatically loving chickens, like taking care of them and
It's
stuff.
the best.
Fanatically
No,
wanting
for eating.
to cook and eat them.
Oh my gosh, can Colby shoot them when he says eating?
Okay. Are we
I
doing?
mean, Callie
okay,
was
let's
already
just
gonna
do
shoot him.
Well, this
Let's
sounds
do a
like a
combined-
stolen
yeah.
kill check, like a contested
Yeah.
roll to me. Like,
we can
Kill
Who
still.
gets the kill shot? Hey, there he has 2 armpits.
I mean,
Come
it
on.
don't matter.
Ladies,
I
ladies.
can shoot
He's got plenty of
both,
armpits. Ladies, no reason to fight. He's got
Just a
plenty of
shot
armpits
from
to go
each
around.
side.
one hat down.
lead.
One hat
Okay.
down.
We can
Whoops,
roll
I
for
didn't mean to do
flourish and
that.
do it together. You know, or Colby by herself can roll for kill steal. Whatever. It really, I guess the onus is on Colby to decide if she wants to try to steal, or if if they just want to go for
I
a
think they should
combined
have a
roll.
roll off personally and see who gets the most.
I mean,
successes, but
if
maybe that
Colby
should-
looks like she's gonna shoot Chow,
You're not looking
Callie
at
doesn't care
Colby.
how it gets done. She'll shoot the over person.
You did say you were not looking at Colby. That was a specification.
Right.
It would be more
No, it
difficult.
was, yeah, but she's got peripherals.
Eyes
No.
on the back of her head.
Are we just rolling 1d6?
Yeah,
I
let's
was
just
gonna
roll
go
one.
out.
Here, the
Oh,
cock of
all
the
out,
gun,
okay.
Dinah.
Because
Okay.
I wanted dead. Callie was gonna go
Let's
all
do
out,
2
dig
full
into
rolls
everything.
and see what happens. I want to see
I'm
if there's
telling
any
you, just
complications.
See who gets. Or just
Uh-oh.
light the whole corpse. Let's just light this corpse up like it's Fourth of
Colby
July
gets a
over here.
complication and accidentally shoots Callie.
See if this.
There we go.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna
I'm just.
take it in.
In a game about
Ow.
food,
2.
why not gun?
Why not,
Oh.
guys? Are we rolling a couple d6s? I was just rolling one.
Yeah. No. I
Oh,
think
Lord,
Callie
I was
is,
wondering
is,
why
is
you're-
saying
it was so
throw
low.
down, all out attack.
Yeah,
Callie's-
basically whoever gets the
Callie's
highest roll.
taking him
basically.
down.
Let's do some
I'll roll
opposed.
a couple d6s.
Some opposed.
Since
Uh-oh.
hey,
Fighting about who's gonna
since
kill this guy.
Colby's my mentee, since Colby's my mentee, I'm gonna hand with my last appetite. Wait, that doesn't make me go to sleep, does it?
It would. I mean, you would also have to lose your conditions actually. Normally,
Okay.
it is different than the way that we did it
then
last time, so you'd be okay.
Use it. How you guys?
Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately, even though Colby rolled less die, Colby did roll a 6. Colby, what priority do you have with this?
So like Colby was trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt at first. Like maybe he just like is obsessed with chickens, loves chickens, wants to protect all the chickens, but then when he retorts back with eating chickens, like there's not even like a moment's hesitation as Colby's face just like goes completely flat and there is suddenly a gun in her hand and she shoots at him. Like I feel like Callie was about to like give the last word and like let him say his piece, and then just whizzing past Callie's hat, going through like piercing part
She's
of her
not wearing a
hat.
hat.
Oh, you're wearing a birthday
You're
hat.
wearing a birthday hat.
No hat.
Is
Can't
that
take
really
it off.
Callie's style?
We've already decided that your character's birthday is today too, so just deal with it.
No.
That's why
That's
Callie
the hat.
was late. She was celebrating her birthday.
With Lucas.
Dang it, with her whole family.
Her mom's like, "You can't miss your own birthday, dear."
Okay, now you can
Fine,
play.
Callie was wearing a hat. Colby has shot the hat off to hit. To like straight in the head. I'm taking your hat wig.
It's a bad omen. Have your birthday hat shut off?
So yeah, so Callie lost the hat, but Callie still has full
I heard-
sight
no.
on Chow.
I heard that was good luck.
One is good, one is bad. We even out.
You get your hat shot off. It's good luck because it didn't hit your head. You know.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right. Different perspectives.
Callie, are we shooting Chow? Or what do you say to him?
Well, I mean, Colby just shot him, so there's not much you can say to a dead corpse.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, the way that I took that was that Colby hit the head. Hit your hat. Did it go through?
Oh no. It went through the hat because those hats are made
Oh.
of paper.
Yeah, no. They are indeed made of paper. No, okay, so just go through.
No, she's
it
having
fires
to go through
upon
her
him.
hat.
Chow sits there dying. He's like, just tell Tony. I always loved the chicken. I'd do it again if I could, just for some raw chicken.
I think it's time to go now.
There's like a little guard next to Chow that like pulls up a gun at Calliegh. He's just been very slow this whole time. Calliegh, would you like to shoot this person? Because I know you wanted to shoot at least one
No,
person.
I would have shot the Ova person. I don't know if it's a chick or a dude.
Oh, the Ova? Yeah, so it's Alani
been her
Adobo who's still
second
there.
target.
Alani Adobo is still there stabbing like NASA members and Montero
Lord.
employees.
Wait, what is happening? Calliegh wants
don't
to
know.
kill one of the OVA members? Not the OVA.
They're egg terrorists.
But
Actually,
they're
egg is
totally
nicer.
against eating chicken.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know,
Okay.
if you guys could hurry
Intra-party
up and get on
conflict.
if you guys could hurry up and get on this aircraft, I wouldn't have to shoot anybody.
I
Okay,
am
so
firmly
no gun.
planted on the aircraft. That is where me and Honey are.
What's-
if anyone's curious.
What's Dinah up to in all this? Is Dinah walking through the fog of war just gently, without stress?
Actually, where is that freak Agent Barnes?
Agent Barnes and Agent Petra of the UK and EU departments, respectively, are kind of back to back in a sort of like, to the last stance, fighting some OVA members on one side and some fine diner guards on the other.
So I'm going to I'm going to okay, so I'm going to manipulate Agent Barnes, and I'm going to lie to him because currently he's an ally.
That's exactly correct.
And I want to clear that condition. So Dinah goes up to him and she's like, Agent Barnes, you have to protect me. I need you to make sure that nothing bad happens. And then once he is protecting me, let me know if that works. What I need to do to get him to protect me.
Okay, so when I wrote this, I thought there would be no way that we would be able to get EMA and DEFRA, EU and UK respective departments on our side for this, but I forgot the power of the Mama Maple. That like blanket command, he'll do more than protect you. He means like to the fullest extent of his ability to do so. Which also means including the agencies wherever you're going to be going. So he hands you, he's like, you still have my number on the jitterbug, right? He has a jitterbug too.
Right.
He's like, I can't. He puts on his like reading glasses in the middle of the fighting. Bullets are zipping past. They look like they have like layers to them, and they get even smaller as it goes. Okay, yeah, I have the number. When you know where you're going, send it to me, and we will meet you there. It is unclear, but again, I am saying this is extremely significant.
Cool.
You
So,
don't.
the lie is that I don't really actually need him to protect me. I just want him to feel bad so that, like, he will give me something, and that's good. That's good enough. So now, she's going to reach into her purse and get out her slingshot that she made before. And she does have snacks with her, and she just, like, gets her hard candies out and just starts pelting people as she runs to this vehicle that Calliegh has brought in so that she can leave.
You have to start climbing up by cobblestone, so you just kind of wait there, and you don't have to like move around. You can just kind of stand in the same spot and just like start pea shooting. It's the beginning of this church, and it's like, wow, just one falls off at a time, and you're able to delay it single-handedly at this point. Barnes.
But no, I was shooting at people in the party.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The people who are
guards?
trying to
Yeah.
attack my allies.
Yeah, yeah. You're just shooting at random guards, and they're falling over. They're slipping. Some are falling out of the hole in the window. Yeah, it's a big spot. Okay, we can move on in. We have Honeyham. Barnes is on our side along with his agencies. Is everybody else on, or do we have any last things to do here?
I believe so.
Bobby's already on there. He eating the food that he snatched off tables.
Eating
He's just eating and
raw
watching
chogging.
all the action go down. Just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
raw chogging it here. Let's get going.
Raw chogging it.
Raw chogging it
know.
over here.
Okay,
Look at
so
me, mom. Raw chogging it.
no hands. Okay, so everybody's on. Okay, at this point, we'll enter downtime as we kind of catch up with what's going on. Before anything, Mother Marie explains what this strange device is. It is an advancement in the Marie family, kind of the engineers side of the family, where they're able to create a magnetic device that holds pasta and sauce together in a bubble of sorts, and then allows it to, basically propel itself, which is an expanding technology. It's magnetic movement. But why not for things made out of, things that the Marie would eat? So it's like long pasta tendrils tying together, and sauce like for shielding around. You're zipping along across the Atlantic Ocean on your way to Philadelphia, as we will enter downtime here. This is everybody on the boat, or ship, as it were, is a Lucas Marie, Mother Marie. Chow is dead, which could have been here, but Honeyham, and Raisin Bran, who's still trying to hug Baron Ham on the way over. Mother Marie says a line before we get into downtime, and it's essentially along the lines of, "This is not a final dinner, okay? So I don't want any crying or belly aching. We are not recreating anything, okay? You're just gonna go take care of some business, and that's it." And goes back to the helm. Whatever, you kids have fun.
Taking care of business is my specialty. And also throwing these Doritos. Killing people with them.
Don't do that while we're in the air.
No, you got it.
You'll pierce the shielding.
Made that mistake 3 times already in my life. Not gonna do it again.
So, like in classic fashion, with downtime, we can do work the case and try to put some of the files that we pulled together and some of the information that we've learned in Paris on the way over. We can try to rest and recover as we work off conditions or recover appetite that we didn't have before. And we can connect, whether it be with ourselves one final time for this downtime, or with some of the other Marie family members that are on board. Before anything happens, I do want to say that, and this is downtime, so even though combat can happen, maybe we should. It's not necessarily the first option. There is like a shadowed figure in the corner, and was like, "I'm hitching," and it's like a cultist. It's actually like a recruit of the Catholic Church, an OVA member, who hitched, and is like, "The sauce shielded me, but I'm happy to see whatever's going on." He's like eating pieces of the spaghetti.
Okay, I'm a little out of the loop. She kind of turns her gun in his direction. Like, not her finger's not on the trigger, but just like pointing it. Is he on our side?
Sure as hell hope so.
This is the fart guy, right? I just my ADHD
No, this
hit
is
me in
some
the.
OVA.
The fart guy is
Stowaway.
known. This is like a stowaway who is previously unknown, who's a cultist, trying to get away from the Catholic Church for basically like from OVA for all of the church chicken fanaticism that they're going through.
Okay. I say the same thing.
I sure as hell hope so, because they got some explaining to do.
Well, maybe he's a little bit thirsty and he needs to have a little chit chat, spill his guts on maybe what he knows or something.
Hit him.
Maybe we don't need to have him spill his guts.
Maybe
I'm
we can
not
just
cleaning
quench his
that up.
thirst.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see
I
what you
agree
mean.
with Bobby. We should just quench his thirst. I mean, you're thirsty, right? What was your name?
Positively parched.
Wait, your name is Positively Parched and we're offering you something to drink?
That's a dumbass name.
Hey man, I'm half American, okay? That's why I'm going back. I mean, I think that's where you guys are going. That's what I overheard anyway.
Half American, whole dumbass. What are you on this plane for? No one invited you here.
The character would cry, but I can't stop laughing. And the cultist is just like, hey man, come on, leave me alone, you know? I'm just trying to get by.
Hey,
I just don't want
relax,
to do
everyone.
it anymore.
Everyone relax. Don't pick on this guy. He needs a little drink. Here, take a sip. Here, just drink on this. It'll relax you a little bit. Here, just let him relax. For Christ's sakes, man. He looks like he's been through a lot. Bobby will
What's
back
worse?
up and kind of like give the look to the rest of the team, like, you know, step in. He's ready.
And my character mutters to himself,
What's worse? Picking on him or drugging him?
He's loopy, and he's like, we'll never make it.
Baron, it depends on how violent your picking gets.
Right, yeah. That's fair.
Hey, did anybody hear
not
him
gonna
say we're never
make
gonna
it?
make it?
Who the hell's not making it? Over?
No, not exactly. Not you guys. Us. I mean, that's why we attacked anyways, because, you know, we're desperate for resources and whatnot. I mean, this was a high profile. You think this is easy for us to do?
Who was Ova attacking?
Ova was attacking like this. It was the Bon Vivants Club and the Celebrity Network, or the Culinary Network, who were gathering members of other organizations to discuss global food-based conspiracies, such as the bird flu. But also your blackmailing.
See? We can have Ova on our side, Calliegh.
I'm asking this out of character because I have no idea what happened last week.
Yeah. No. Essentially, what he's trying to say is that there's just no way that his organization can stand up to the might of the regulatory agencies over there. And in fact, if you give it a couple days, they'll probably, or less maybe, they'll be done fighting off the remnants of Ova, and they'll be able to assist, like Barnes offered Dinah earlier. This particular guy just goes on to say, like, listen, I'm just trying to drink and eat some food and get out of the, you know, I just want to stop worrying about chicken. I just want to stop worrying. How I learned to stop worrying and love the chicken.
Who's affiliated with Montero?
Good question. Montero, Mother Marie and Lucas chime in on the intercom, and they're like, "Check the news." And you turn on like the news, and you got like satellite TV in the spaghetti machine because they hooked it up with cable. It came with the machine. They open up, and it puts onto like American news like networks, basically talking about how Ray Jack Montero has just been basically appointed the chief of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, with Mike Appleby, the Centaur, stepping down. He's like accepting.
Hold on.
So who's
So he's with
affiliated?
the FDA now.
He is the FDA. So we're going to go to Philly. We're going to the FDA bureau and finally confront everything that's going on. So that's what's going to be the big news that's going to be happening when we arrive.
Yeah, after Callie finds that out, she'll walk up to Colby. I don't care about OVA. I don't care about the Culinary Network. That, and she points to the TV, is my target.
Yeah, it says on the tagline, Ray Jack Montero, Montero CEO, appointed head of the FDA, right? And so now Montero and the FDA have kind of almost merged. He goes to Eton because he's starving, and we can return to our normal downtime like activities. What would everybody like to do? That was like some free exposition prior.
I would like to rest. I'm at 0 appetite, so
Yeah, I have
my
0
character's
appetite.
just gonna.
I was passed out or whatever from having 0 appetite. 'cause
Any
I
conditions?
failed that spray.
I failed that spray.
When I got sprayed in the face. Yeah, I have
spray check.
manipulative.
Spray check failed manipulative. Dinah, huh?
I would like to, I want to support Bobby's recovery. Because I have that supportive when you act as someone's partner in downtime activity, they immediately recover 1 appetite and vice versa. When you lend a hand, your subject ignores one of their conditions for that action.
That's so.
So we both would be able to recover appetite from me supporting Bobby's recovery.
And Bobby could use it to ignore the effects of his manipulative to try and clear it. That's genius. Great playbook play. So Bobby, you can roll, but you would roll your the same stat that's part of manipulative, but now it would be the same amount. There would be no penalty because of this perk. So for manipulative,
It'd be charm.
it would be charm. Yeah, it'd be charm, exactly.
Oops. It was on 20.
Hey,
Hey!
17. Yep, nailed it.
6. Got a
Still
6.
rolled a 6. Yep.
That's still a pass, and you ignore any penalties. Please describe so you try to lie or be manipulative to Dinah, but Dinah dampens it in some way. How does this interaction happen?
I would think that, I mean, unless Dinah had anything in particular that she would be driving the conversation by, Bobby is constantly trying to fit in, find his place in the group, and see where everybody else kind of fits in. So I imagine he might lie a little bit about that and try to downplay him caring, still trying to play it cool. You know what I mean? But I see Donna being more experienced and older and probably can see right through that shit and maybe see that Bobby actually cares and isn't as cool as he lets on when he's trying to ignore it.
Yeah, I was thinking he also might try to lie about passing out and not act like he doesn't think it's a big deal, but it might have been a big deal to him.
I was just resting my eyes.
Right, dear. I'm sure that's what was going on. Why don't you come have a slice of pie and some tea with me?
Yeah, I could
and so she'll sit down with you and just be like, "When's the last time you saw your mother?"
It's a long time. It's a sticky situation. We don't really talk, and I don't really get into that too much, you know.
Well, I understand. As much as any person who doesn't have children can, anyway. I didn't exactly have a good relationship with my mother.
Yeah, it's why I don't get too close with people and stuff, and you know, I'm not that involved. Everything's just business to me. You know what I mean?
Right. That doesn't exactly work with this crew. As you can see, I'm actually quite close to Baron and Calliegh. You kind of get close to people when you work with them a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I try to keep, I play it cool, I don't no attachments, just business. But I still got your back, I play. It's all good.
Right. But what if we become attached to you?
My
Oh
heart.
shit.
It's the
Directly to the fucking heart. Jesus Christ. Oh, my heart. That hurt. It hurt in a good way. But it hurt. Well, I guess.
Well, when all this settles down, you'll have to come to Sunday dinner with the rest of them.
Yeah, this is. I understand. This has opened me up a little bit. I can. To be honest, this is kind of my first real family. Everything's been business up until I started helping out, and I'm just kind of trying to find my place. I feel like everybody's got their little spot, and I do care. Yeah, I think you see that.
Well, there's room for you. We've got my annoying little brother in Baron, and my amazing niece in Calliegh, and Colby is our feral child who's going around killing people who deserve it, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling. You seem like the mama of this group, and I get the niece vibe. And to be honest, that Baron Hamm, he's got the big brother vibe sort of thing going on, but he's also got like this stepdad thing going on. I don't know, it kind of pisses me off sometimes.
She laughs.
But Colby, I can relate. It's like this weird. I don't know if we're like distant cousins, brother and sister vibe or something, or maybe it's more. To be honest, I get this feeling inside. I don't know. Like I care about her, but to be honest, like I kind of like her. I don't know. This is all kind of new to me, Hey, look at me, Ma. I got some new emotions. Boy, you can tell he's kind of trying to play it off like he always does.
I just realized I just made the same face as the art.
Can we all take at least a moment to pose exactly like our art? Can we all take a moment just to pose exactly like Crosswire? Shout out to the artist Crosswire. Everybody. Let's see if I can get this. There we go.
Okay.
It's so good.
She says, well, I think you and Colby have a bit of a kindred spirit kind of thing going on. Maybe you're protective of her, but I don't know if it's a sibling kind of way. I don't want to put that energy out there right away.
Yeah, I can't get a good read on it. I don't know.
Well, maybe you'll have to be open to talking to her about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
as long as I fit in somewhere. I mean, where do you see me? You got your niece, you got this, that. What am I? The crazy adopted stepchild here. What am I over here?
I think that might be the best one. I could be your stepmom. Or you could just call me Mama Maple like everybody else. Come to Sunday dinner.
It feels right. I'm gonna do that, and I like it.
All right. Well, you're a good boy. Eat your pie. Have a rest. I'm gonna go make sure Baron's not bugging the pilot. And she shuffles off and finds Colby and says, Colby, why don't you go check on Bobby and see how he's doing in a little bit? Oh, and just like pats you on the shoulder and keeps walking.
You hear Baron off in the distance going,
"Come on, man, I know how to fly. Just let me sit in the seat for a minute."
No.
Mama Maple reaches her hand in and pulls you by your ear out of the cockpit.
Ow. I'd kill her. The Mama Maple
Leave
ear
this
got
nice
me.
man alone.
All right, that's fair. I've got business to tend to anyway.
Yes, you do. Can you make me some more of those projectile Doritos that blow things up? I could put them in my catapult. Kind of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime you see me with the Cool Ranch out, that's when you know.
All right.
This stuff's
Thank you.
volatile.
It's serious.
Yeah. Hey, where's the farting guy? What? Did we leave him in a
He's-
trunk?
No. So,
Oh, God.
Hopefully not.
he's actually, I neglected to mention this, but it's probably an important part of it, is that there's like a small like wedge mechanism at the bottom of the ship, and it's sort of like cranked and like has a giant claw, and it's dug into the car. And so Raisin Bran is in the bottom. He's like in the car jail right now at the traveling across the Atlantic Ocean, and all he has is raisins. So Raisin Bran is eating his raisins and trying to control his, have his fiber, his psyllium husk, make sure that he stays level.
All right.
So when he's calling out
That was all.
to
Mama
Baron,
Maple's
he's like,
gonna go take a nap now.
If we get blasted out of the air, we know that he ran out of raisins. So.
All right. So we had a beautiful rest and recover for Bobby. We had a beautiful connect for Dinah. I believe Baron wanted to rest also. Colby and Calliegh, what did you want to do?
Oh, good question. I guess just going off of what. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because I haven't decided yet.
Oh, just sort of leaning into what Mama Maple said. I guess Colby would go connect with Bobby.
Okay, so we've got a Bobby connect and Calliegh.
I want to work with Lucas to figure out how to get close to Montero.
Breaking the case with Lucas. I was gonna say, like, I thought you were gonna be like, I'm gonna connect with my brother. You're like, I'm gonna use him for evidence. It was like,
Well,
I was like, that makes more
He's-
sense.
He's like, so Lucas is like Colby. Lucas wasn't made for the field. He was made to get the information for the sisters who go out
It's
for
true.
their target.
It's true.
That's what Lucas was good at. That's what she's gonna.
He got in over his head in Germany with the Deutsche Brauerbund. But you pulled him out. He's still healing, but he's better. Okay, you're gonna break the case. All right. So Baron, what's your recover? How does Baron recover? You trying to fly? Is that what's going on?
No. I would say that Baron. One of the things that Baron does to relax is obviously eat Doritos, but yeah, we'll say he probably like eats Doritos, borrows Bobby's vape pen again, and just doodles. He's like starts doodling a comic, where he's like the action hero. That's kind of what he wants to do for retirement. Realize he wants to talk about himself and how heroic he is, and he's gonna change everyone's name in the comic, but basically just tell the same story of all the crazy things that's happened to him out of retirement. It's gonna be about like a retired old FDA agent.
Pick a trait and an approach, and Honeyham will judge the comic based on what she
All right.
sees of your work.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna say instinct and
Instinct. You feel the drawing.
I guess half baked. Instinct baked. Because of the vape pen. Ba-doom-tsh. Anyway. Wait, all right. Let's see.
Just taking rips and just going at it with the art.
Oh, I got a 5.
Still got a 5. Okay.
Not a
So-
6.
Honeyham takes a look at it. Yeah, but it's not like a real roll. Do you have any conditions, or is it just appetite?
I'm just healing appetite.
Okay, so you will get the 8 appetite back, no issue there. But this is just as to the quality of your work. Honey Ham is going to take a look at your basic pamphlet, kind of take, hey, what you got there, Dad? Pull it out of your hand, start skimming through it, and she's actually going to be kind of impressed by a lot of the drawings that she sees. In fact, she feels like they're very well depicted, and in fact, it makes her life seem very interesting. But she's like, hey, Dad, but your muscles are like 3 times what they should be. And that Dorito is like huge. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, you can draw them smaller. Like, you're a pretty good shot with them.
I'm trying to sell the comic based on sex appeal. I believe there's a category for men like me, Silver Fox. Trying to market it to that crowd. I hear that the growing in the comic book industry.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But you're appealing to like this gaze that you don't need to, and it's just not worth it, okay? Like, you should value yourself. Like, it's okay.
Well, maybe I plan on working out one of all this bullshit. You ever think of that?
But that should be for you. That shouldn't be, that shouldn't be about what's going on with your
We're keeping the muscles.
Okay, Dad. We'll just get you some cholesterol medication, okay? Like, I'll start going on consumer
What does
reports.
that mean?
You're like
Is that an
mumbling. He's like,
insult?
okay.
Was that an age joke?
No,
I missed you,
No, I miss you too. But you eat
I
a
don't
lot
care
of
if you're a
Doritos,
brat.
right?
Yeah, that's all I eat, actually.
Well, I drink a lot of honey. Sometimes I have ham. So
I
maybe
haven't
this is
had a
stuff that we both gotta
vegetable
work out
since
together.
'93.
I'll let Colby Jack chime in for a line. It's too good for.
Can Colby just like throw a head of broccoli at him? Just like there's no idea where it comes from, but it
Smacks
just like
me in the-
smacks him in the face. Like, you haven't eaten a vegetable like since I was born. How are you alive?
How old are you, Colby?
Doritos.
Old enough.
The Doritos keep me alive.
93 was almost 30 years ago, Calliegh.
Yeah, I'll eat this later. Or whatever. Before I go to bed. Thanks.
You should eat it now.
It's perfectly steamed. It's hot and has cheese on it. It smells like
I
bone
just,
broth.
Oh,
Well, it has nutritional yeast mixed with like cashew milk.
It's not bone
It's-
broth,
it's-
but it smells like bone broth to you. So that's why it's how Colby's luring you. She knows your
Vegetable broth. Vegetable broth.
yeah, like I said, I'll eat it later.
He hasn't actually eaten anything other than a Dorito in the past like 10 to 15 years. So
Are you afraid?
that's where he gets
Mr.
his
Hamm?
powers. What'd you say? Sorry.
Does the broccoli scare you?
No, I'm not afraid of it.
Are you sure?
It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm just scared I'll lose my ability to kill people with
Oh, so you are
Doritos if I stop
scared.
eating them. Okay, but scared of something only related to it, not scared of it directly. You know what I mean?
Then eat it.
All right, I'm gonna roll guts. Let's see if I'm brave enough to eat it. Where's my dice roller? Where'd it go? All right, I rolled 2 6s and a 5. All right, he just down like Goku. I don't know if anyone else watches.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No,
anyway,
you're fine. You got the crit. You got the crit.
Yes, he just eats it uncontrollably, like he's in a cartoon.
It also.
Oh,
You
this
also
is
at the
pretty
same
good.
time got to call.
What kind of
your-
cheese is this?
Oh, God, jeez.
Not cheese. It's if you mix nutritional yeast with like a nut milk and with some seasonings. It tastes almost exactly like cheese, I imagine, but it's better.
Whatever. This is delicious.
Look at you, eating nut milk.
Hey, don't make fun of me. This will keep me alive longer so I can hang out with my kid.
He's eating nut milk. Get it?
He's like,
I
I'm trying to
think
live,
so.
and you're like, right.
Nut milk.
It's, I love it. It's delicious. But yeah, no, you make it. You're fine. You clear any conditions you had. You get some appetite. You get all your appetite back, and you get a call from your publisher, or sorry, your agent, saying that a publisher has accepted already your initial copy. You photo scanned it on in. It seems like you're already gonna start making some royalties when it ships in a couple months. You got the crit.
Sweet.
I had to give you something better. Yeah. Everything's looking up for you, Baron. Just don't die.
Excellent. And he also, and he changes everyone's name so their identities are safe. But it's like such a poor attempt at it that it's like, what the hell?
We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do
Like
we'll
Dinah
do a,
Maple
Maple
Leaf,
Dinah.
Maple Leaf. Yeah, Dinah. He just adds sleep.
Bourbon Bobby, he just switches them.
Yeah, exactly. Just the worst.
Bourbon. Why does that sound so much weirder? Like,
I don't know why.
Okay. So for now, with the ending of Baron's downtime activity, we'll be moving on to Colby and Bobby's Connect, and then Callie's Break the Case as we land in Philly and figure what's going on. But for now, we're just going to do a quick, not quick, but, hopefully it's enough time. We can do more if everybody needs, though. A 10-minute break, and then be back in 10 minutes and continue our finale here. I'm so excited, and everybody stay tuned to see what goes on. See you in a little bit, everybody.
say, and by they I mean the people we're on the run from, that food is an ugly business. That food is intolerant and fake, even illegal. Well, I never saw food as an ugly business at all. I always saw it as, well, charming. I mean, this food charms you. It takes you in. It makes you feel welcome. Travel is like that. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. It even breaks your heart. But that's okay. Hopefully, you leave something good behind. Just don't bite off more than you can chew.
We're back.
Yeah.
It's comic book
And
style.
so-
She could just stick it in her pocket or purse.
Right? Up in her birthday hat.
Yeah.
Back to a discussion about Hammer Space here for the Chew Crew, starting back in downtime with Colby connecting with Bobby. What's going on here? Colby, what do you want to talk to Bobby about?
Yeah, I
Good
think Bobby would
question.
be
So,
sitting there eating, finishing his pie, and maybe wiping the last tear from his eye. Maybe Colby can tell things got a little emotional since Dinah was like, "You should go talk to him."
Yeah. Colby would just kind of like plop down right next to him, glance over and like see that he like seemed like was having emotions, and just kind of like lets him be for a minute. Before just like punching him softly in the shoulder, and just smiling at him. And she really knows how to get you, doesn't she? Just like nods over at Mama Maple.
Yeah, it was good. You know, we just, yeah, she got to me. Let's just say, well, you know, I don't really open up to too many people. We kind of talked about that a little. You know, you're a little different, I gotta say. But she got me to open up. But it's good. You know, it feels like a family here, and I like it. I'm not sure about one thing. It's like I got, you know, this mama vibe, this possible cousin vibe with her niece, this Calliegh and Baron's got this older brother, or maybe even a stepdad thing going on, a little jerky asshole sometimes, you know? Like I really just want to punch him in the face and just really. Sorry, I'm kidding. I don't know, no, but he's.
I mean,
he
you
might hit
should
me.
you should punch him.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't need any conflict with that, but then there's you, and I don't know. It's like I don't know where we fit in, to be honest. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I just know that I'm excited that you said that you keep coming along and stay with us. I don't want you to go back to the Yakuza. But
Definitely not going back, and this is the first time anyone's really cared about, you know, Bobby Bourbon, not just for his bourbon, you know, you know what I mean? Like no one cares about me for me, and it feels good. So what's the possible plan after all this is done? It sounds like we're gonna have some big hoopla confrontation here and finally stick it to who deserves it, but what's the plan after all this is done?
who knows? I mean, people like us, we just kind of go with the flow with everything, right? It's not really exciting just to sit still somewhere. But
Yeah,
I mean,
don't-
if you want to keep going on adventures together, I would love to have you come along.
I'd like that very much.
Yeah, I would like that very much. It was weird. I heard like in my head, and then I said it. It was weird.
I think people call that a conscience, but I'm not really sure if that exists.
I haven't had one till I met you, and it's new. It's new to me.
I don't usually bring out anything good in people, so.
I think you.
That's sad in its own right. Oh my heart.
I don't know, Bobby, it's not FDA, Yakuza, USDA. Not gonna ask you to join any of that. I mean, hell, we're blacklisted, so what's the point? But just don't disappear. Just, I don't know, stay with me, I guess.
I'm not going anywhere. I like it here, and I'm finally feeling wanted, so I'm staying. And whatever anybody this food family is doing, I'm here. I'll be the crazy adopted stepchild, or whatever I need to be. I'm here.
And I don't know what's gonna happen when we get to the States, but I just have this feeling that it's going to be hard. But she just kind of like hides her face for a moment. I guess if it gets too hard, just know that we'll be here. Like, no matter what, or something like that. Okay, you can depend on us, Bobby.
Means a lot. I haven't really had that. Even the Yakuza was just kind of business, and you know, it was a family, but you know, it was about the business first. And this is the first time I feel cared for, so I appreciate it. And you know, I'm a talker. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. So yeah, if shit hits the fan, I appreciate it. I'm gonna rely on you and the team, and I'm here.
Colby like looks like she's like mulling over something, like that she's super like nervous, and then she sort of reaches forward and like grabs Bobby by like the collar of his shirt and just like will pull him forward and like kiss him on the cheek. Sorry, Mama.
Yeah, Bobby will instantly
She
turn
chickened
kind of
out
red.
in the last minute.
Yeah, Bobby will kind of turn red. Usually doesn't get that shy. He's usually playing it cool, but you can tell he's got a little emotional with that. So, but he kind of he tries to play it off a little bit, like, "Hey, Ma, look at me! Somebody likes me for me." Oh.
The true lesson, the true look, Ma.
And when he said it, he said it towards Dinah Maple for the first time. Usually he just kind of says it out to nothing, but this time he actually referred to Dinah. He was like, "Hey, Ma, look, somebody likes me for me."
Mama has been watching this whole time, and she's just like got a tissue, her kerchief up to her eyes. She's like dabbing her eyes. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Young love.
Gosh,
And then she writes it in her like little notebook. Get couples therapy for Bobby and Colby.
Oh
set up.
man! Right away, you're like,
She already knows those two have enough damage that they need to talk it out with somebody.
Talk. No. Do talks.
oh my god, that's ridiculous. Okay, so the true connection, I'm gonna say that both of you get a perk, is that within, I would say, within 15 feet of each other, all traits are increased by 1, even past maximum. Especially because this is our last session.
You two just got ceremonied.
Yeah, that was some. In the 5th edition, yeah, sense of the spell ceremony, it definitely was some ceremony, as far as food magic goes.
Nice.
Well, if you think of it like Dinah passing on her supportive trait, right? Like, because I give a boost to everybody who like she supports, so like it's kind of like the supportive trait, but for each other.
Oh yeah, you oversaw
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
You were
were
the
able
I'm
to
official.
not
show it.
asking
kind of
for
a-
anything for myself. I'm just
and it
saying,
kinda
in
helps-
game, there's a trait for that called supportive.
Oh yeah.
It's
No, and
perfect.
I think it's cool, and I like the idea of it affecting the outcome, like getting a perk, the attributes, all that stuff, because it's like Bobby, as far as a low life, coming into a team kind of that's more than just a paid gig or a job or whatever. He was driven because Yakuza was killed, and he didn't like what he saw was going on. But now it's kind of become more humanized or whatever, and like hey, even a girl kind of likes me, and like maybe up till then it's all just been superficial dating or shit like that. Like that's how I picture Bobby Bourbon, So this is kind of like, I don't know, a coming to light of this low life or whatever, like just further solidifying that he is a low life with a heart of gold.
You have a stamp.
So,
There's a stamp of gold now, given by Dinah's supportive trait in this wonderful relationship that you've made connecting with Colby. So you did in fact get ceremonied with the help of Dinah here, and then and now it's back to Calliegh, who for the retweet goal, I will say you will be able to add 1 to your break the case, your work the case. In fact, this is probably gonna be break the case. There are 2 of them. They are slightly different, but it's just even maybe more intensive because it's like the last one. So you can roll whatever you like. Whichever approach you use would give you 1, maybe some perks that can help you. If anybody would like to lend a hand, and I'm always here for a devil's bargain, the OVA member will help you as well.
Can I add that she should get some type of reward at just how perfect the birthday hat is placed on her image right now? It's like perfect with the headphones.
I've
and
been
like, I don't know.
working so hard to keep this hat on.
Okay, here
every time
is
I like watch her
okay.
like duck under it.
Or a birthday
Here's a
gift.
fun birthday one. Here's a fun birthday one that can happen pretty commonly, is that any 6 that Calliegh gets will be an automatic crit. I will count an extra 6. If there's 2
that's
6s,
not
it'll be
gonna
the
happen.
3rd 6.
That's okay.
Nice.
I never roll
Or-
6s.
Or maybe,
before I-
re-roll into 6s if you have
Oh.
6.
Before like actually like breaking the case, I wanna seeing that Colby's talking to Bobby right now, she's gonna give her a minute. Well, she just seen her kiss him, so she's gonna let that fester for a second. She's gonna go get Lucas. I need your help down in the Mari cave. So, can you meet me down there in like 5 minutes?
Okay. What else am I good for at this point, right? I want to help you. It's the least I can do for pulling me out of there.
This is what you're good at, Lucas. This is what you should stick to.
Keep my nose
It's not-
down. I know.
Don't be ashamed. that you're a good tech person. Because Lord knows I'm not. And without
Aw.
you, none of us would have gotten very far. And you know that.
I have helped a lot in Europe, haven't I? Okay.
You did
Yeah.
help. You helped in Europe. You've helped in Africa. You even helped me when I was off in China a few years back. You've helped a lot. You may not be
Been
on the
through a
front
lot.
lines, but it's your information that got us girls through a lot of sticky situations. And I'm hoping we can get that teamwork going again.
Okay. Yeah, I feel good about this. Before, I just felt like I had to, but now I want to. Lucas is going to give you 2d6 instead of 1 because of that ridiculous inspiring speech. In addition to whatever else you would normally... So he'll lend a hand 2d6.
Okay. I'll write
Plus
that down. 'Cause
whatever
I'm
you
not
get.
quite-
Approach,
and,
perks.
Then I'm going to go over to Colby.
Ooh.
I don't mind to. I don't want to interrupt a new budding love, but Colby, I have something I think you might like to see. Bobby, you're welcome to come if you'd like. I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but maybe it is.
Sure.
What would Colby react and say first?
Colby would kind of glance over at Bobby for a moment before just like looking apologetic but standing up to go see what Calliegh wanted, because it's probably to the case, she's assuming.
Yeah, I think in character, Bobby would probably, it's cool, ladies, just take care of what you gotta take care of. I'm just gonna do some guy stuff, and play it. He's gonna try to probably get back to playing it cool, and get back to his ways, and he'd probably like go over and kind of chill with Baron. Or was Baron sleeping? I can't remember.
Baron's just sitting around vaping her vape pen and watching, probably watching TV while drawing like his comic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
signing
sorry,
book
I
deals.
forgot. Yeah, he'd probably like slide over, sitting with Baron, and bust out another vape and hit it, and like, hey, what you doing? Let's trade some vape hits here. What are you up to? Oh, that looks pretty cool. And just all of a sudden, just trying to play it cool and like back to like just being a guy's guy sort of stuff, like playing it cool, like he wasn't just getting teary-eyed over being family and getting kissed and stuff,
Right here, do I use the word pow or bang? What do you think?
Oh, definitely bang, shit.
All right, got it. Yeah,
Well,
this is more of a bang moment. Kapow. Hold on. That changes the game. I haven't even thought about that. Shit, man. You're blowing my mind over here. So what you been up to?
Just kind of kicking it, man. I just getting back into the groove of things, but I think after when all this is done, we're gonna try to I don't know, hopefully stick together, maybe do some shit. So I was just gonna just kind of kick it,
Yeah, man. Here's the remote. You can put it on whatever you want. You got Netflix and Hulu. So, just find it whenever you want to watch it.
Got primo channels here.
Yeah, all right, cool, man. I'm getting on the Hulu because I don't want people thinking, we're Netflix and chill or nothing like that, man. You're cool, but you ain't that cool.
Oh, yeah. Keep it manly. Oh, I guess that could be manly.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just saying. I just I draw in a prettier type, but it's all good. He's gonna now. Bobby's like trying to, back to playing it cool, joking around, a little bit of ribbing, and like he's back to normal.
Wow. Okay. Baron just got snubbed. at the end here.
No,
And
no, it
it's
was
Baron
so-
knows he's pretty. It did not offend him. He knows he's pretty. It's fine.
That's the best answer. That's the best answer. Calliegh, you get here to the end. Yeah, Lucas is with you. What
I wasn't
what in
ready
the
yet.
end?
I wanted to do something as I walked with Colby.
Oh, the Colby. Okay.
I was just letting them do their thing.
Good. It's
Uh,
good. It's a good time. What's going on with Colby?
Yeah, so as we're walking, Callie would put her arm around Colby's shoulders. You know, you remind me a lot of me when I was your age. Ambitious.
How long ago was that? Sorry. Ambitious? Mm-hmm.
Well, probably at least 20 years ago. If I gauge your age right. Yeah, you're ambitious, determined, precise, with just the right amount of reckless. And because of that, we're gonna go to what would I guess on a normal ship be the cargo hold, but I think here we hold something you'll like. As she as they make it down, and she opens these like almost like spaghetti vault doors, and Colby would see like a wall of monitors with like different like information and people's faces and maps and blueprints, and Lucas would probably be sitting there already like at one keyboard with a couple of
HQ.
other keyboards to like different computers. Now I know that you've been through a lot, so you don't necessarily have to help us, but I figured since you're here, you could have a little fun.
What the? Yeah, I mean, I thought you were gonna kill me, so like this is a lot better than going down to the cargo hold for that.
No, you're too good of a shot to kill. I would much rather somebody of your caliber on my side than opposite me.
Colby is going to like approach the monitors. So, what does it seem to be tracking or keeping track of? Like, what kind of data is she seeing?
Probably in the time that it took Lucas to get down here and us, it'll be information on Montero. So that's what I asked him for. So different affiliations, his different locations, probably a blueprint of the Philly FDA headquarters.
So.
Now I'm going to do my rolls. Even though she's. What's that?
No, I wonder what you might find, and I wonder what Colby would have to say about that.
I'm gonna use training, because even though she's not tech savvy, I still think it takes a level of training to even like decipher any of this information. And I want to dig in because I want to use eyes on the prize. Because she's very determined right now.
And eyes for the prize increases its position, or I'm sorry, its effect?
Not really. No, it doesn't do anything. It just says it's just for flavor, because what it actually does is when you dig in, you ignore any active conditions, which I don't have.
Nice.
And I doubt I'll receive a KO from this, but it's just for flavor. Like, she's really determined.
Okay.
2. This is a lot of dice. 1, 2,
There's a lot of
3,
dice.
4.
One of them's got to
I'm
be a
probably not
6,
gonna
right?
No, I don't think any of them will be a 6. Told you! None of them will be a 6.
What?
I don't
Okay,
roll
for
well,
reference,
ever.
there were 3 1s. And this is
Can Colby lend a
including,
hand
yes,
to give her one more?
Please. Because we have
Maybe I
Lucas's
should-
and then Kelly's
Maybe I
standard.
shouldn't roll that.
I'll roll it for you.
Stop. It is a 6. Stop.
So this kid on Christmas is like, no, I got this.
Mike, let me tell you what you're seeing, Calliegh.
That's ridiculous. What kind of prophecy is that? Okay,
Wait,
whatever.
can I, if I re-roll, because you said I could have done this with a re-roll, I just want to see.
Yeah,
It's still no 6.
and still no 6.
Not even a
That is-
5. Like,
14
Wow.
to 6 with no 5. 4 is minimum only on the second roll. That was wild. Colby's 6 saves you, and you learn 3 very important pieces of information. 1, Pollo and El Guerrerillo of the Egg Terrorists have formed kind of a coalition called the People's Revolution for the Proletariat's Revolution for Pollo, and PRFP is actually moving north towards the FDA headquarters, towards the USDA headquarters, also in Philly, to put an end for USDA colonialism in far-off places. So, Dinah, it's on the loudspeaker, so Dinah can hear this as well. So USDA is Pollo's coming for USDA. Number 2, the UK and the EU regulatory agencies, the DEFRA and the EMA, are on their way to the US as well, as Barnes is keeping his promise to Dinah to help, and is coming with battleships and a force also headed for the FDA. So we have 2 continents worth of allies that you've made in the last 9 sessions on the way to the FDA and the USDA to help with whatever is going to happen in Philly, right? This is good news. Number 3, it's going to be about Ray Jack Montero and what happened. Essentially, he lobbied his way, had corporate interests, had public friends, and wanted to move into the public sphere, and was basically paid his way into a seat. And weirdly, though, Appleby usually wouldn't be so openly corrupt, and so it seems like, on the broadcast, Mike Appleby was in the background. He looked pretty sad as to what was going on, throughout. So he's not acting in his normal capacity, but Ray Jack is happy. In addition, you find out that Ray Jack Montero actually has family members, of course, one of which is a previously unknown child, which is pretty close to being identified. It's basically saying, like, in 10 seconds, this person will be identified. They're just searching. So you're just kind of waiting around with Colby and
Can
just snapping your
Colby
feet.
turn off the screens?
Yeah?
She just click some buttons and then everything goes black.
Ooh,
Turn it back
thanks for the
on.
raid earlier, by the way, Cyber Nation. And okay, you can turn off the screens.
Lucas, turn it back on.
I don't
It turns it on like 0.1 second after Colby turns it off, like still on. Basically never turned off.
turns it back off.
I can do this all day. What are you
Dude,
hiding?
yes, the
Colby?
line.
I'm pretty sure I'm, sorry, Lucas, a better hacker than your brother. I can destroy this whole thing.
I can shoot you and nobody would know.
Holy fuck.
What is it with the
Pretty
guns?
sure
Oh,
the whole ship would know
People are
that
so
one,
violent.
Callie. If your Colby Jack ended up dead on the ship, there's only one other person on here that does that sort of thing.
Turn it back on.
Are you asking me or are you asking Lucas?
Whoever turns it on first, it doesn't matter to me.
Lucas turns it on like very quickly, like psst.
Colby's hoping that she talked enough that the news broadcast has gone to something different.
This is gonna be a roll if you're trying to deceive further. Probably gain the manipulative and impulsive condition upon failure.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I am going to roll.
Risky position, standard effect.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Callie has her suspicions already.
This is true. Seeing how well the lie.
Let's see here. Charm? Guts? 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that. Oh no.
It turns back on as soon as it's identified, and the system reveals a blood 100% match for Ray Jack Montero's previously unknown child. Records show legal name going by Colby Jack.
Out of my suit, I'm gonna take out some zip ties. And I'm gonna get her hands behind her back. I'm gonna
hold on. Can Colby run?
So Colby Jack was indeed the match of the child and Ray Jack Montero, a CEO of Montero, now chief of FDA.
I think I would go first because I was already waiting. She already had these out.
Yeah, it's. We have it tied up. We have Colby Jack. No, that's.
I'm just gonna like cuff her. Like I just have zip ties. I'm just
just a quick. Sure, just a quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and then.
Just a quick little zip tie session.
I mean, I'm not gonna roll well anyway, so
zip tie.
it doesn't matter.
This is a roll. We'll just talk it out for a second. What happens at this point? This is still breaking the case. You found out some important information about the Philly Bureau. You can go back knowing that you have support coming. You know, depends. You don't have.
It depends on if I get Colby tied up or not.
Colby's like, "What are you doing?"
We're gonna have a little chat with your new boyfriend.
What does Bobby have anything to do with this?
He can get you to tell the truth.
So you're just gonna drug me?
You had no problems when he did it before. Are you? Are vegans hypocrites? Are you really a vegan?
Are you just trying to manipulate me?
No.
I've been working with you through
you
South America, Europe, and now all of a sudden you don't trust me?
I need to know what you know about your father and what your relationship is with him. So no, I don't trust
no
easily.
Relationship, Calliegh. I've had your back for months. And this is it?
I just have one question for you. And I want to make sure that it's the truth that's coming out of your mouth.
just ask me now and trust anything I say? After everything we've been through?
Are you willing to kill your father?
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, this is the reason Colby's been on the run. The reason Colby doesn't agree with these ideals.
And that's where we end the episode. This is actually not the finale. We need to just have a cliffhanger. I'm just kidding.
No, cliffhanger indeed. Colby just sort of remains silent as she just deadpan stares at Calliegh. Her jaw just clenched and locked, just very indignant that Calliegh would ask these things of her.
Can Bobby has a perk of eavesdropper where I can just interject myself in any conversation that's on screen, you know, and it doesn't require any roll. But I don't want to do it if I'm cutting into something that Calliegh had planned right here for the one-on-one with Colby. Otherwise, this is me speaking out of character. Otherwise, I would like to use that perk. Bobby would probably hop in the conversation to have Colby's back a little bit and then draw the rest of the team in to talk about this. But I don't want to do that if I'm stepping on some role-playing toes right now because I don't know what Calliegh has planned. Does that make sense?
What's going on? Of course. What's going on with Calliegh?
Calliegh is waiting for Colby to answer. She's got
Okay.
5 different plans, but it all hinges on one answer.
Then let me jump in. Let me jump in because Calliegh
But
mentioned,
I don't
you know,
think
maybe
Bobby
using
would
Bobby's
be able
drink.
to because this is a locked room. So I don't know if he would be able to get into this room after we've already gotten into
It says that as long as it's
Bobby
even
comes out of
remotely
the air
possible.
ducts.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's remotely
remotely
possible,
possible.
I could pick the lock, slide through an air duct, something. I don't know. But I
Sounds
won't
like a
do it.
low-life
I
thing
won't
to
do it
do.
if you have it planned.
because if you're willing to
Yep.
take him out, I'll give you the tools to do it. But if you're not,
Did you kill your mom, Calliegh? Your brother?
I know my mom. I know my brother. You say you have no relationship with your dad. If I had no relationship with my mother, and I feel she did me in a way that I don't agree with, I mean, nobody knew who you were, which means that Montero hasn't had your back. If my mom was like that, you've seen me kill for less.
And say this person, you know, raised you as a parent does, watched you take your first steps, taught you how to ride a bike, you know, took you to farms when you were a kid and gave you a love of animals, and then you went off to college and learned some things and things changed.
That makes you a liability.
What if there was a relationship? Calliegh kills liabilities, doesn't she? But you
Not all
know,
the time.
Calliegh, this is interesting.
I actually almost married one of my liabilities.
I don't think we're gonna get married here, Calliegh. It might be a little weird.
That's just to let you know I don't always kill the liabilities. What are
Maybe
your
this
plans
isn't a
with your father?
decision you get to make. Calliegh, maybe we should talk to everyone else.
Lucas, you go with the others.
with the others.
I mean, there's an intercom.
Spaghetti?
You can just use the intercom, Lucas.
He's like comes into the spaghetti intercom, the
point,
sauce blurts out.
Even before you mentioned in the intercom, this is
Yep.
Bobby slides in through the air vent, pops like, I overheard you looking for us or something? Like he was definitely eavesdropping.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like the air vent just pops open.
Seems we have
Hey, you
Montero's
call?
child on board.
The child.
What? Hey, everybody, get down here right away.
What the hell is this now?
Relaxation destroyed.
Yeah, leave my pen and drawing pad behind and bring a bag of Doritos just in case.
Oh no!
Doritos. The Doritos.
Oh no, not
You're
for,
like,
no,
there's trouble.
No. I'm not killing Colby. I'm just saying.
Bob-
Not for
Bobby's
combat.
In case someone's hungry. Jeez.
Uh huh.
Mama
Bob-
walks
Bobby's
I can
gonna
see how
say-
you would be.
What was that, Dinah?
Mama, yep. Mama
What's going on
what's
here, dears? Girls? Are we
Colby
fighting?
is
Colby's hands are
Montero's
zip
daughter.
tied.
And
I'm sorry.
Bobby's
Say that again.
Colby is Montero's daughter.
How'd you find this out?
We just found it just now. They just announced it on the
Lucas
news.
chimes in. We found most out through the news, but about Colby, we found out through the spaghetti computer, and he's clacking away with some noodles and some sauce. Just
Bobby's gonna lean into Colby for a moment and just kind of like whisper so nobody else can hear, and just be like, I don't know what this is, but whatever you got into, we'll get through it. Don't worry about it. Like, kind of showing her that he has her back.
Just Colby would like quickly whisper, like, "Don't let Callie kill me."
Callie
going
doesn't
to,
even have a gun at this point.
I don't
character-
know.
She's
You
trying
can
to
tell
sow
Bobby's,
discord.
Not that
Bobby's
you
got.
can, not that you
Bobby
can
has
see.
fear in his eyes. Bobby has fear in his eyes. I don't think I can help with that shit.
Dinah's going to put herself between Colby and Callie.
While everyone's focused on it, everyone but myself, I'm gonna just come over with a Dorito and cut the eye off. Just like casually walk over, and let all these people argue. Just
You're not zip tying
We don't kill
anybody.
people for who their parents are.
the rescue. The
I
rescue.
didn't kill her. I zip tied her.
I
Right.
didn't
Well,
do it.
You're not zip tying
And what was
anybody
the
either.
plan exactly, Callie?
You didn't kill her yet.
See
Yet
what
is
she
the
knows.
key word.
I didn't plan on killing her. I plan on
Alright.
killing her father.
Well,
He's the man I'm after.
considering what he's done to animals, I have a feeling Colby's gonna let that happen. And then she's going to turn around and face Colby.
I asked her that. She didn't seem so sure if she would.
Probably not an easy question to answer.
It's not. I mean, you guys. If there's even an ounce of the dad I grew up with, then maybe we can make all this right.
You
You're
were willing
what,
to
25,
blow up an entire building
27?
of people.
Yeah.
Might I ask
Answer
a
it,
question?
Callie.
How much is your dad responsible for this shit? Usually with corporations, they got like a board of people working on it. So if your dad's just one of a few, then maybe locking him up might be the better one. But if he's like a mad scientist, evil supervillain or something, then maybe that is our only option. Just to put a Dorito through the eyes.
I went off to college, joined the PETA and various animal rights activist groups, eco-terrorism, that sort of thing. I did all of this against my dad. But no, I don't know if I could kill him.
We're not asking you to do it. If it has to happen, you're not the one that has to pull the trigger.
I don't know if there's a board either, Baron. I don't. This has all happened within the last couple of years.
Would I know if that's true or not, head chef? Considering I've done quite a bit of work for Montero.
Yeah, that plus the fact that you just scanned whatever was left on this terminal, you could verify it.
He's been at this for longer than a few years. I took my first job from him when I was just probably slightly younger than you.
I think the smart
It
thing to
wasn't
do would be to have
chicken
some
or
of
animal related.
I think it's time we all have some of Bobby's drinks. I think it'd be fair if all of us had one.
Oh my god.
We got a little honest with each other.
Mama Maple, no offense, but that can get pretty messy pretty quick. You know.
She looks at you and gives you that look that moms do when they're about to when they can't chastise you in public, but when they get home, you're gonna get a whooping. That's the face she makes.
No.
Bobby's already mixing. Bobby's already mixing drinks and handing them out. Hey, I get a there's one for you and one for you, and I got one more for myself here, and I got Baron here. You're a beer man, right? Here you go.
This is on brand for the
Kelly holds out her
US.
hand.
Mama, he might have a point. Give me a second. Let me go get Honey. We might need somebody here to babysit us.
And I just want to go
Honey
grab my
comes up.
daughter
Look
and
how
get her to
everybody
come in
forgot
here.
Lucas is in the room.
Well, somebody we can trust.
Well,
Yes.
the relatives are at the helm, right? Mother Marie, Lucas Marie, and Honey Hamm are at the front, carefully looking at what's on the terminal, making sure it's in everybody's logs, and then flying. And then everybody just kind of sits at this circle table in the middle of the spaghetti, this flying spaghetti pouch, across the Atlantic Ocean, and starts drinking. So, just to recap. You're in a spaghetti machine, you're going to start drinking. We're going to arrive at the U.S. for presumably combat with these people to figure out what's going on. And then there's several invasion forces who happen to be allies going to the same location. It's coming in, with a lot of force. So this is as soon as, when we get done with this drinking and the truth comes out, the spaghetti pouch will collide into the FDA building, and we will be engaging with agents directly as we make our way to head office. Everybody, bottoms up. Okay. Who's drinking first? Who's got a truth bomb to share?
Callie already drank hers. She probably would have been the first one.
What's your truth bomb, Callie?
I mean, who's got a question? Isn't that
The
how
same
this
question.
works?
Whatever
What was
is
the
at the
question?
deepest core. No, it's everybody's drinking, figuring out the truth. There's no particular question lobbied against you right now. You're just sharing a truth that you think would be particularly pertinent.
Might I suggest that we all stop the boozing right here, though? Because if we go too far, we might pass out. We need to slow it down a little. Just get in some questions.
No blacking out.
I plan on using Colby to get close to her father.
1. Who's next?
I'm gonna have to say I'm a bit disappointed, Calliegh, that you didn't share this plan with the rest of us.
I only just had it when I found out she was his child, which was about half a minute ago.
Right. Alright, Colby.
The disappointment.
How do you actually feel about your father? And what do you actually know?
I mean, he's an asshole, but I love him. He's still my dad.
Calliegh, would you be satisfied with him being put away for life, or does he have to be dead?
Well, do I know if it was what's his face in South America that pulled the trigger?
Edgarillo?
Or do I not have that information yet? Does Calliegh know who pulled the trigger on Dr. Tilapia?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was Edwin Castillo. Yeah, in the Argentina facility for Montero. It definitely was him. So that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I answered Mama's question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, as long as I got to punch him in the crotch for giving the order, I already killed the man who actually shot him.
Seeing a crotch punch could be kind of funny. Oh, sorry, Colby. I know it's your dad, but that's funny. I like it. Sorry, just being honest.
I mean, you could love somebody and know that they deserve a punch to the nuts.
True.
Hey, Baron, maybe you might get some more nut milk.
I hate that shit.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
Oh my god.
Colby, would you allow us to put your dad away for life if it meant that more animals would be protected and that Calliegh wouldn't have to kill him?
Yeah. You know, I've only been a vegan for like a year.
I don't even really like the taste of Doritos.
Whoa.
That's a huge truth bomb. That's definitely 4 right there. So
I just
3
eat 'em.
would put in jail. 4, it's just habit.
I just eat them because they give. I just eat them because they give me this power.
And he like
Oh no.
throws a Dorito, throws a Dorito, and then throws another Dorito right after it, and then both Doritos collide and cause like an explosion midair, like a small one.
Wait, we're in a ship.
It's just a small.
I dated Tony Chu.
I mean, I kind of figured.
These bombs.
There's nothing like a woman scared.
That's why I choose dead.
I like turtles. Wait, what?
I think all of us like turtles. That's not a very revealing thing. Like everyone
I
likes them.
hate to choose, so I killed them. Next up, I love turtles. It's so good.
I like turtles.
That's the best truth. Doritos, jailing fathers, turtles. Disappointment.
Dinah has no secrets.
Yeah, your only secret was
Wait.
that you were disappointed. This is not a secret.
Colby
I
will like
gotta- I
lean
gotta-
forward.
I don't even think that's a secret. I just think that that's just a recent thought that she
Yeah,
hasn't been
recent
able to say
feeling.
yet.
It's sped it up. And then got Bobby and Colby. What's up?
Well, as much as I deal out drinks and kind of push my power on my, if you can't tell, I don't hold my liquor too well. I gotta take it slow. Like, I'm not that much of a drinker to be honest. I'm a cheap date. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby Bourbon, the lightweight. I love it.
Don't tell anybody.
That works for me. Colby's like looking at Mama Maple. She's like, but Mama, didn't you say that you were like a part of a cult once?
No.
Over tea when we went to that vegan bakery.
Whoa.
I said my people were illegal. I didn't say that I was part of a cult.
Oh, you're right. Colby may have drank too much.
We're all cult now.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
The LGBTQ cult.
Sounds
Cult
about
with a Q.
That's the cult Mama was in.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Love
Okay,
it.
so we're done with secrets, I suppose. It seems like we've decided an important factor about what to do with Montero. They've been a central figure of pain and suffering for everybody. Even Bobby throughout the campaign. We just chose like mercy option, right? It's a solid choice to have. The scene cuts off to a magnetized metal rod surrounded by a pouch of contained spaghetti and pasta sauce soaring through U.S. airspace with jets kind of following in, telling it to get behind until the invasion force meets behind. Warships made of different food materials or looking like food items that could float, from melons to turkey floats, even like mounds of like sea colonies that people live on get kind of poured across that look like grits or rice, move along the ocean floor, arriving at the U.S. and there's looks like giant food items attacking the shore. Everybody from you've met your allies in Central and South America to everybody in Europe starting to kind of besiege Philly defenses to break open a path for you to make it to the FDA. You make it straight through, no particular issues. Everybody's looking up at this pouch of spaghetti flying through Philly as you land right on top of this red alert facility. You get off the air pad, you're at the top of this tower, and you need to make your way a little bit down before you can make it to the executive office. This is FDA land. You know this territory. You know this building. It's yours. Here on out, agents are going to start attacking. This is going to be bloody until we get to who we're trying to get to.
Mama, do you have enough?
I'm really excited.
Do you have enough candies and snacks to make a shield?
Well, here's the thing, y'all. I took the perk Ninja Cream Puff, and now I am a hand-to-hand combat expert, and I get to roll charm to fight people.
What? The punches.
Well then.
Even in old age,
The whole
you
time,
can...
Dinah's just
even
been
though
living
there's
on
so much
charm,
going
and
on.
now she's gonna kick some ass. Like, she's finally ready.
With some cream.
But yeah, so she gets her hard candies out, and she does start making everyone like shields that they can like put on their arms, and goes into like general mode.
So, did I understand correctly that my birthday boot is I want a better gun?
That is correct.
I'm gonna take that rocket launcher.
I'll take that rocket launcher.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll make this we'll make this even sweeter then. So, since both of you were the first to get in this, right? Seemingly with your actions, let's resolve those first. Calliegh, you're gonna use your rocket launcher, or you can use it now, I would say, if you would like to get further into the building than you initially did. I said you landed on the air pad. If you had an RPG, you'd be able to open a hole in the side of the building that would allow you to at least get in a little easier.
Little backdoor action. Let's do it.
Some rocket
You mean
launcher.
I can't blow out a wall with a rocket launcher?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is exactly. Yeah, but it like you wouldn't have to start at the top and then work your way down. You could start at like the right floor, at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm
If
gonna
you-
use the rocket to give us easier access in.
Okay, that happens without a roll, and you're able to blast it. And as the spaghetti pulls up to the side of this building and kind of spreads into the building, protecting you and shielding you with the sauce. Out first comes Mama Maple, using Ninja Cream Puff, I would imagine. Mama Maple, can you please roll? What I believe is your first combat roll of the entire game.
Yep. Basically, she's gonna go and attack like the first guards that she sees. Oh no! A 1 and a 4 and a 2.
Might I assist?
Please do. But I would say that Mama also has an additional one for any approach that she wishes to use, as well as any other perk that might work, plus Baron's assistance.
Tough cookie.
Tough cookie. You turn off your empathy for a little bit as you get in there. A 5 for Baron and a 6 for Mama
Excellent.
Maple. You get it. Please describe.
I'm doing
how
cover
you take
fire
out
with
this-
burritos.
So Mama's
Doritos.
going to pull the like cute little old lady act where she's like running from Baron as if Baron was like going to attack her, even though that's not what's happening at all. But she's running and she's like, help, help, help to these guards. And then as soon as she gets up to these guards, she's going to hit one in the face with her shield and then like punch the other one in the neck.
Take out both guards instantaneously. Everybody's mouth is agape as like basically the royal guards to the CEO office have been taken out, like the best, toughest, like big suit, like Kingpin style looking people, like guards at the front that you just take them out with no issue. Everybody's like,
Beautiful.
what are some reactions to Mama's destruction spree?
Go, Mama!
Always knew she
She's gonna
had it
turn
in her.
and look at any guards that are running towards them and kind of like give that same look that she used on Bobby Bourbon earlier to scare him at the guards that are coming to like help these other two guards that she just wrecked.
If this was Black Void, they would start getting feared. They immediately like one is frozen and actually falls to the ground in fetal position, sucking on thumb, just like very scared, classic. And then the other one drops the gun and just runs away.
This
Yeah.
lady's crazy.
This
Colby looks
person
like she
will
wants to run
destroy
away.
you.
Mama
No,
Make's
Colby,
scary.
Colby, she's
Colby.
on our side.
Colby is kind of a kidnappee right now, I think. Semi.
I don't know what's happening.
Just some tough decisions. So, make it to the front, and then this like man with blonde, short hair, a thick mustache, a clipboard, and some like tucked in business casual clothes. Kind of goes up to you and says, "Oh, thank the FDA you're here. My name's Marshall Mello. I'm a member of the Municipal Traffic Division. I don't know how I got round up here, but usually I tend to stay out of things. So
And you might
if
want to
you could
turn
help me
around and stay
figure-
out of this one as well.
You see, but my boss is in there, and that's Ray Jack Montero. I don't know if you know him. It used to be Appleby, but changed a little bit.
No, we know him.
Okay, so I have some work to do, and I really need to get back in.
maybe we could help you get in.
Okay, well, I mean, I have a key card to get in, but I just don't have like adequate protection. When we get in there, I mean, the FDA's two best agents are inside. Tony Chu and John
Who?
Colby.
I have a question. This is me raising my hand. Right?
Yeah, what's up, Leland?
I would like to. May I, sir, have your permission to do as a hotshot would do and blow up the door, perhaps, and just
blow up the door. I would
just
love to see you...
and solo, whatever needs soloing.
So I've slung my rocket launcher because I'm not going to use it inside. I'm not going to bring the building down. But I've
got ranch Doritos. They're explosive. So.
My normal rifle. But I'm going to lean over to Mama. All right. I know Montero's off the table, but can I at least shoot Tony in the leg?
What did he do to you? What happened?
He tried to turn me in for his new girlfriend, Amelia.
Bastard. Absolutely shoot him in the leg.
Confirmed. Authorized.
Mama Maple said yes.
We can't have more disappointment from Mama Maple today.
You may shoot,
No.
yeah. You may fire when. So it seems like a yes. So Baron, you're able to blow up the door. He's just gonna finish, basically giving you a small rundown of what's inside. At least to the best of his knowledge, it might not be completely accurate.
Could I describe the since this is the last session? Can I describe the door blowing? Okay.
No,
I
want you to.
Well, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I want you to.
Go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say when Baron goes to blow up the door and he reaches in, he's like, "Wait, can't find my Doritos." And then Bobby's like, "Oh shit, I forgot. You know I love the taste." Big Bobby, Baron, he takes one. Here, sorry, I had these. I was just holding them for you. Here.
Give me these damn things.
And I'm just gonna snatch them out, and like a Dorito flies out of the bag, like it does usually if you snatch an open Dorito bag, and Baron catches it, and in the same reflex throws it into the top right corner of the doorway, and then he just grabs 3 other Doritos and just one in each corner, and then he pulls another Dorito out and takes a bite of it, and that's when like it detonates and blows up the other 4 Doritos.
You turn around,
Nice.
the dust hits your back
Dorito
forward as everybody. Yeah, the Dorito dust like goes forward as everybody ducks and covers, and you don't move. You just let it hit the back of your head, like your body. You turn around back towards now the open door, and the entire back is like of your body, like the outline is completely just cold, just ranch crust, just like perfectly baked on for that layer.
Perfect.
And so you have natural cover if you walk backwards into the.
Excellent.
Into the room.
All right, I'm gonna be making my way into the room backwards then. So
He's like, "Hey, careful for Holly Pena. The USDA is in there."
The word careful's not in my vocabulary.
You walk in. The scene before you is something straight out of the graphic novel. So this is later on in the comics progression. At this point, Mike Appleby is a centaur. Mike Appleby has been married to John for a very long time. John Colby here. And Mike looks sad. Mike is holding a gun up to the back of John's head with his cyborg parts. He looks very sad. He's crying. Right? To the extent of your knowledge, Mike loves John. There's no reason why he should be holding a gun up to him. On the other side, Holly Pena, a woman as old as Dinah, and from the same organization. In fact, probably like Dinah, she was your partner. You guys were some of the first members of the now USDA, and she went on to become the leader as you kind of phase out of your USDA experience. So Holly and you go way back, have maybe kind of a feud or at least a professional respect for each other, for each other's ability. Very similar in that regard. Holding up a gun to Tony Chu's, the back of Tony Chu's head. In the middle, standing Ray Jack Montero in like a captain's chair kind of situation, knowing that you were coming, waiting for you. Mother Mari, Lucas Mari have already left. The only person that looks behind the five of you is Raisin Bran, who continues to eat his raisins in the silence. As you have a backup option if anything were to go wrong. This is the scene. You blow up the door, so I imagine you get first talks. Whoever would like to get in there.
Yeah, I will.
Baron's gonna get in there and start shooting. You start Doritoing people. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, who needs Dorito? How many?
It's just two.
All right. I
just
want to.
It's just two high skilled people.
I would like to pin them both to the wall with. I'm gonna quickly whip out a miniature bag of regular Doritos, open them up because I don't want to use the explosive ones, and I'm gonna just pin these guys to the wall, so they can be talked with while
we're at
apprehended.
Danger Cluck 3.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a risky position. I would say desperate, but I'd say risky now, just because of how well you've executed the blowing up of the door. And the effect.
Hey, can we just say it's desperate? Because I get a bonus piece. That'd be super cool.
I mean, sure. Let's make it worse. It's worse. It's desperate. Plus,
okay, good.
But it's great effects. What's going on here?
All right, I have a perk called. Hold on, I can't really read with these guys. I have a perk called Clucking Wild. I gain a D6 when I roll an action from a desperate position, so long as I let loose with a witty one-liner, or tell us how I look cool doing it. Okay. All right.
Describe your awesome.
Okay, I have a one-liner.
You fuck us, Cluck, you fuck.
And I'm gonna, so who do we want to kill and who do we not want to kill? Let's just be clear, because I can pin one to the wall and kill the other. Like, what do we want to do here? And it could
at this point, I mean, Callie's confused because the two best FDA agents are in the room with guns to their head.
It's true.
Although she is happy about one of them.
We'll pin them both to the wall then. And then that way we can learn some shit from them. So, yeah. Pinning them all then.
All right.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll guts. Plus Clucking Wild. Plus I'm going to dig in.
Dig in. You can pick an approach, and someone else can lend a hand if they wish as well.
I'm digging in, so that's 5. And then my approach is going to be half-baked, as usual. 6. And if anybody wants to lend a hand, I can roll 7 down.
Callie would probably lend a hand.
Cool. I like
maybe
that.
Like, just remember, like, just aim for their clothes. You don't want to kill them.
Yeah, you got it.
No vital organs.
Yep. Listen, I'm totally listening to you right now.
All right, 7 dice.
Totally
or you can roll. How about you roll 1 for me and I'll roll 6? I was like, that's more.
Sure.
There's a 4. Callie got a 5. All right, so hold on. I'm sorry, I had to. All right, I got a 5.
It's so many die.
2 6s and 2 5s.
A crit.
Oh, by the way, again, so something blows up. Your choice.
What would you like to blow up?
Oh, I finally get to choose. Cool. Let's see. They're weapons. Let's say that Doritos collide with their weapons and the bullets in their weapons and blow up both of their guns in their hands, like injuring them.
And still pin them to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just continues going past that. Okay. So it slices the guns, pins into the wall, the guns blow up, there's the gunpowder. Like the mixture reacts with gunpowder and just kind of like explodes a little bit. Holly Pena, the director of the USDA, and Mike Appleby, the former chief, now centaur, of the FDA, are both pinned to the wall, with Tony Chu and John Colby still tied up. Ray Jack Montero is protected by some sort of chog shield, where like a wall of chogs are kind of appearing, levitating, but still enough for him to peek through, for no instant fire or gunshots. And he kind of requests to speak with you all finally as Marshall Mello follows you in the room. I wouldn't say follow you, just with you like before.
Callie just makes a quick quip. Tony, that's a good look for you.
I knew I'd get burned for that one day, Callie. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Hey, can you get me out of here already?
We'll see.
They've been feeding me beet for days now.
I mean, it's the only thing you
Usually
can eat
I'm-
without your things happening.
Yeah, usually I'd be okay with that, but I don't know. There's something. They're doing something weird to the beat. I think they're trying to use it to control me. They've been at it for weeks. That's why Colby's with me, but you can't break us. Psychopaths don't work that way.
She kind of looks at John. Is that his name, John Colby?
Yeah. His
Are you being
partner.
controlled? Are you not able to be controlled? Is that why you're tied up?
No, I'm fine. I just wonder why my husband is pointing a gun at me and then crying about it. And Mike is literally like still sobbing, now pinned to the wall.
I'm gonna take a few steps
the
back.
Mike is the
because
guy
I
that-
really resist. I'm really resisting the urge, so I step back next to Mama Maple and kind of like I grab her hand and squeeze it really, really hard. Not like to hurt, but like.
Mike's the guy that was on the intercom when our plane got shot up.
This is true.
Alright. So, Mama's gonna turn to Mike and say, "Alright, Mike, you bastard. What the fuck is going on here? I've had it. This is nonsense."
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Mama said a bad word. Holy shit!
She said a couple bad
It's
words.
the first time. It's the first time for everything, everybody, or at least as far as you know. Dinah,
I've heard it
please
before.
roll some. Please, yeah, because you're old enough to remember. Please roll some type of charm roll, or any attribute that you think would really work. With an approach, do you think would work, or a perk that you think might be a part of it?
I'm gonna stick with Tough Cookie.
Okay.
So that gives me 4.
Charm Tough Cookie 4. Someone can lend a hand, and you can also use a perk if you have one.
I'll lose it. I'll
I'll
lose
I
even
have
it.
use it.
Saccharin, which would, like, they have to listen to me.
Yeah, I'll give that a 1 for a greater effect.
Yeah, that sounds a greater effect. I rolled 2 6s.
Whoa.
The crit. Mike looks at you and sees an old friend in you. I mean, he's known you for a long time. Holly, your former boss, is like right over pinned on the other side, like on the other wall of that particular room, and he's like, "Oh, Dinah, I haven't seen you in so long. I can't do this anymore. Look at me. I'm a mechanical centaur. Holly saved my life, so I feel like I'm indebted to her. But I messed up. I was drunk. And he points to to Ray Jack Montero. He's like, every man knows that the way to my heart is through my pants. I had an affair with Ray Jack against my beloved husband, John. So John
I don't want to hear this.
and Mike are married. And Mike
I imagine
basically
hearing the la 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 la.
Yeah. He's basically being blackmailed. He doesn't like what's going on right now, and he's like, listen, I wasn't really laughing when I first launched you out of the airplane, okay? I blew it up, or we made the deal with those people, whatever it was. I don't know. It was such a long time ago now. All I remember was that there was some I don't know, some golden guinea pig or something nearby, and I thought you guys would be fine in the mountain. And that would be it.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, thank you.
Little choo-choo.
Colby would remember.
Colby would know. Yeah.
Whatever. If it kept my John okay, as long as Ray Jack wouldn't fire John or fire him, or, I still love John. I just had one night of mistakes, and look at where I am now.
Right.
Centaur.
Pouring his
You
heart
haven't
out to
really
me.
explained what's happening here. Why were you
Well,
about to shoot your own husband?
We tried to get them on our side, but listen, I'm not the chief anymore. I can only do so much. If this dumbass Tony and my beautiful John, if they just listened the way that they were supposed to, we could get out of here. Just listen to the new chief, do your job, forget about all the chug shit, and you'd be good. But they don't want to listen.
Listen
This
to
one 'cause
what?
it's a
What
hunk of
exactly
metal,
did you
the
want
other
them
one
to
'cause he's
do?
hard-headed. Well, whatever Montero says goes, right? Like, that's what we do now.
She leans and looks past Mike over at Montero guy and it's the Colby's dad and says, "Why are you being a coward? Come out here and talk to us. We're settling
I don't
this
think
now."
so. Nobody knows chickens like Montero, and the FDA knows chickens. I'm ahead of this operation now, you see, and no one's gonna come in and take this away from me. I've worked all my life for this. You think some agents I got rid of a couple months ago, being a thorn in my side in Argentina, gonna make a problem for me now?
Take a look around you.
Holly looks over at you, Dinah, and is like, hey, Dinah, hey, listen, I'm not... The USDA is at stake here, too. Be careful with what you pick. I've been a loyal company woman all my life. I've been leading this bureau as far as I can remember. You're gonna take it all away from me if you shoot the chief of the FDA. I know you, Dinah. I know you left the USDA with Sweet Pea for a reason, but...
We're not planning on shooting him.
I'm gonna get fired for this. Holly looks down.
It's time you retired. Why are you even working?
Can you roll another saccharine check for me? Can you roll a retire check for me?
A retired check.
Because that's a super good point.
Has Montero addressed his daughter at all since we've been in this room?
Literally not at all. Like, not even looking at her.
A 6,
How
a
is
5, a
Colby
3, and a
reacting
2.
to being ignored.
You get that 6. Easy crit. Holly looks at you and is like, what am I doing? Holly takes Buttercup, the animal companion that she's been taking care of, Holly and Buttercup kind of, they're like, well, listen, let me out of here. I'm gonna go retire to my house in Belize. I should have done that years ago. I've been X days away from retirement 10 years ago.
I don't want to fucking hear it. I was in retirement and then got dragged back into this shit. Oh, and then I got shot out of the air.
I will end
Remember that?
you. Yeah, like, it's listen. I had to do what I had to do, okay? I sent Freddy to deal with you, but Freddy failed me. I don't know. Did she ever make it? We never really found out.
She died in a war zone.
She's dead as fuck.
The callback. She died in a war zone. Casualties are high in that area. I guess there was no chance for her. I'm sorry about that for you, Dinah, but I'm done with this. As soon as I get out, I'm over. Roll retired check.
I did.
Yeah, I'm saying no. Yeah, you no, like you rolled past tense. Like that was great.
Oh, okay, rolled.
Yeah. That was perfect. Calliegh, you're right. Ray Jack has not addressed Colby Jack at all. In fact, Colby hasn't. Would you like to attempt contact with your father, or are you at all costs avoiding it? Would someone have to force you? Ah, my hat.
Well, I feel like once he like mentioned shoot, like having them shot out of the sky and stuff, like Colby would just shake her head and like, didn't you know I was on that plane?
Listen, we Whoa. What do you think happened to the plane?
What do I think happened? It got shot out of the sky and we crashed in Argentina.
Shot? The kind,
Montero.
very nice municipal traffic officer, Marshall Mello, pulls out a gun and aims it right at the back of Leland's head.
Baron's head. Leland or Baron? Which one? I'm Leland.
Baron. Leland, I'm Leland.
Okay, good. Don't shoot me.
No,
You can shoot Baron.
No,
but don't shoot me.
Baron.
I don't want to fucking die in the Matrix.
No. He aims it at Baron's head and is like, I'm part of the municipal traffic division. Who do you think takes care of freight and transportation here for the USDA and the FDA, huh?
I would like to have my seagull peck his eyes out in response.
So, okay, queue up Seagull eye peck. That's solid.
You got it.
Me,
Yep.
Marshall Mello. Your father told me land the plane. Now, I knew that he just wanted me to get you a flight down at Huancayo in Peru, an airport. But I knew what he was really saying. Land the plane. Now listen, I've been tired of being an intern who has no effect on grander geopolitical goings-ons at all. He's like struggling to keep up with it. I want more say. Mello pulls the gun, and you know that Ray Jack didn't try to kill his daughter or the agents. It actually wasn't Montero. Montero did commit the many other crimes we saw them commit throughout the campaign, but they didn't themselves actually launch the attack on your lives, only the blacklisting.
First, Mello, you need to get your gun away from my mentor.
Sometimes I forget I'm your mentor. It's interesting.
Yeah, you've done a shit job at it.
I'm not very good. I was supposed to be retired. Anyway, continue.
Colby's just like
Look,
glaring at this guy.
Look, I love you, but we're so different. I want chicken. All I want is to eat chicken and chicken-like products every day. That's what we've always done. But my vegan daughter just chicken is my life, and nobody will ever take that away from me. But at the same time, I love my daughter, and I would never shoot her. Marshall's still holding.
Oh, I thought
my
this was
gun at
Marshall
bay.
Mello.
No,
Mello that was saying that.
Yeah, you're like, that's another
like-
one down.
That's what I thought it was Marshall Mello who was saying that. My bad. I do want to try and knock
What do
that
you-
guy out with the butt of my gun.
Yeah. Does he still have a gun pointed at Baron?
Yeah,
Getting his
who
eyes
would like
checked
to
out.
pile on? Let's do Seagull first. Okay, so let's do.
All right, so how about everyone assist the seagull because he needs more
Yeah.
dice. He's got 2. He
we'll
all
do
right,
spirit
because
energy
he's
here. Everybody, lend
we're
a
going
hand.
to literally mouthy guys because he's gonna come and peck the eyes out. And this is a bit of a stretch, but can we say that he's spoiled and he's hungry and I haven't fed him? So
We haven't fed
he
your
eats the
friend.
guy's eyeballs.
Eyes.
I'll take it a step further. If he succeeds, he can eat the eyeball, but he can choose something to explode as well because he's been under your tutelage.
Okay, so he can
Wait,
dig in. Okay, so
Should
here's
I
the deal.
explode things?
He's gonna dig in. So basically what happens, he gets 1d6 per approach that applies. So I'm gonna say mouthy and spoil both apply.
Okay.
And
2.
so he's gonna get 2d6 from that, and then 1d6 from the dig in, where something's gonna explode. Is that cool? Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
spend
yeah.
and I'll spend
Plus-
the appetite.
Yep. Plus everybody else who wants to lend a hand.
Yeah. How many assistants are we getting for the seagull to kill this guy?
Normally it's just 1, but I'll allow multiple for the seagull here.
Okay, excellent. So 5d6. Let's see. 5 total. All right, let me just 1. All right. All right, I got a 5. So oh no.
Got a 5.
Should
Oh,
we?
no,
be
I
rolling
I was
if we are
1d6
helping?
short. Yes. Yes, that's what I did. I didn't include. I included only as helping.
5. And then Callie, I think you raised your hand too. Yep, a 3. Okay, never
I should
a
have just
6.
not bothered.
Never a 6. It's still a 5. It's still solid. So Mello
Have I even
gets
rolled
his
above a
eyes.
3 tonight?
Nope.
Yes.
4. You roll
got a
4s,
5.
I think is what the
Got
highest
a
you
Okay.
4. You got a 4 highest. Got a 4 highest so far. Marshall gets his eyes plucked out. 1 gets his eye eaten, and then he picks something else to blow up. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the seagull chooses the other eye.
All right. Got it. Tree, it's all
So
over the
Marshall-
place.
Marshall is severely wounded right now, and is like, he starts screaming and cursing, completely unlike this normal traffic officer. As Tony and John have finally basically gotten out of their restraints, they've regained their weapons. They're still loyal to the FDA without its any of these backdoor dealings or colonialism. The way that they seem to believe in an FDA that can be institutionally moral, even though I personally disagree with that. They believe that they can. Ray Jack Montero is the only thing in between.
Man, this guy's eye just exploded.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now there's just like this standoff.
It's just a standoff between your father, you. Holly's already decided to retire. Mike's already crying and hugging John. John's apologizing him for the affair. Tony and Callie are giving each other awful looks.
Mm.
Colby's just like gonna stare straight at her father. Well, then, do you love chicken more than me?
Without a doubt, by God's holy righteousness, I want to eat chicken all day long.
He's still being protected, right?
Yeah.
No. By the chogs, sure, but you know it's not permanent, and it can't really fire back.
I just
These
want
aren't
to punch
chunks.
him. I just
You
want
say
to
that
punch
out
him and tell
loud.
him that's not how you talk to your daughter.
But she's asking me to choose between her and chicken.
Yeah,
I'm always
you
going to
should
choose the
her.
chicken.
Have you never heard of a thing called a lie?
Why I lie all the time? I lie to get in here. I like to get everything I ever had, but it's mine.
I'm just saying, sometimes it's worth lying to your kids.
No. I didn't raise them that way. Not to each other. We only lie to everybody else, like you.
Colby's gonna go walk over to Bobby.
Ooh.
Can you hold my hand real quick?
Yeah.
And she'll just like squeeze it, and she will raise a gun towards her father. Can she shoot through the chogs?
If you get a crit, you would hit him. If you get a 6, you would break through all the chogs, and he would be unable to use any more.
Colby,
Still pretty effective.
just think. Are you sure this is what you want to do?
You'll like notice that Colby like has tears streaming down her face, but like the gun is like steady in her hand as she's also like leaning against Bobby to like steady herself as she does this. But she's guts, half or bold. Villainous. Maybe. We'll lead with
I would think so.
I would
Villainous
think so.
definitely applies.
The soul extinguisher.
Let's see here. So that's 1, 2.
Hey, I might as well use. Well, let me guess
Well,
real quick.
no.
Okay.
Callie would have lended a hand because she wants.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She's
said,
okay with it.
Yeah, it's final
Are you
session.
letting
Whoever would like to
multiple
lend a
possess-
hand. Yes.
I only have
Alright,
one appetite,
no.
right? Because I had 0 from being passed out, and I got 1 from
No,
the
you-
Dinah Maple.
You
hookup,
got
right?
back up to 8 after the rest and recovery. You can use as much as you'd like. You can lend a
Oh,
hand.
then
as
I
well
would
if you'd like.
definitely lend a hand as well.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Lend
I
a
didn't
hand
know
to
that.
Colby.
I would have lent a hand earlier too when.
Lend a hand if you're
Sorry about
your
that.
newfound.
Bobby's literally lending a hand right
Literally
now.
lending a hand. Yeah.
Literally.
So that would be another, a 4 from Callie. A 5 from Colby is still the highest, unless Bobby rolls a d6 right here with a 6. Rarer things have happened. Rarer things have happened.
Only a 3.
Still useful. Okay. Colby, you're gonna
Like, Colby's
fire
just, like-
through.
Go ahead.
Oh no, please.
Oh, like usually Colby is like a pretty good shot, but I feel like she, even though she pulled the gun on her dad, she doesn't feel like part of her is still not able to do it, as she's just like repeatedly pulls the trigger until the chamber is like empty, and then just like drops the gun, like not having hit him. Yeah, I've also spent all my appetite. I'm like full, so
All these
On
other
that.
shots, all these other shots have destroyed his chalk defense. For now, it's just you and your father and nothing else. At this point, because we are arriving near the end of our session here, we will go into our last investigation phase of our campaign and wrap up the mystery of global gastronomy, at least officially, before you decide what to do with Rayjack. So, pop this over. Motive. Why were you blacklisted?
To get us out of the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
'Cause Montero wanted to take over, and we were the FDA's best chance at defeating Montero, so he wanted us out of the way.
Yeah. and-
And in an, I think also in an odd way he wanted Colby out of the picture so she didn't get hurt,
think
quote unquote.
if only I was a chicken.
It could be.
Yeah, it,
Well,
did- it
such a
did
weird
seem more like
science.
there. You didn't care about her so much, right? Just
He didn't care about her over chicken.
right.
Now if he can have his gizzard and eat it too.
More power to him. Okay. It's a great motive. Rayjack wanted to consolidate power, get appointed as chief here, get rid of the agents best equipped to actually get rid of him because of their association with his daughter. Method. How did he end up blacklisting you in the global community?
I mean, he used his
Fucked Mike Appleby and took his job.
Lying, money, manipulation.
Those are all true things.
Who did he have the affair with? Again?
Oh, that was
Uh,
the
Appleby.
thing I said was he fucked
Mike-
Mike Appleby
Mike
and
had
took
the
his
a-
job.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Mike had the affair. Ray
That's how
just
he
did
got
what
us
had to do to get the
blacklisted.
position.
He blackmailed him after the affair.
In addition to, so that's exactly correct. That's like the best answer. And then they also got
Blackmail
this
the
guy Mello
blacklist.
to actually, yeah, exactly right. He's blackmailing. You guys get blacklisted, and then Mello here actually brought down the plane, even though that's not
Yeah.
what initially requested. And finally, who really is at the root core behind the mystery of global gastronomy?
Head chef.
Who has been the main
Prainntheplague.
propagator?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely the head chef.
Meta.
No, it was me all along.
Who it was the
You gotta kill me.
motherfucker that decided to take Cool Ranch Doritos off the market.
I am
My
the mother
answer. Final
clucker,
answer,
indeed.
Regis.
Final answer, chef.
Mother clucker.
No.
It was Montero, right? Like he's the,
Yes, Mother
the
Clucker.
man behind
Yeah.
it all.
This dude
This
is
is someone else.
unequivocally the worst.
Behind the scenes.
There were many others behind the scenes, but in successes throughout each sequential investigation, you rooted out potential distractions and always got to the core of what was happening. There was all kinds of other agencies that had regional problems, but at the end, Montero was always rearing its ugly head, either by acquiring land, exploiting workers, getting into like public, like marketing campaigns, or being served at events globally. Ray Jack Montero is in fact the one at the root of all of this. So now we are going to roll. Your investigation phase is golden. All 3 are correct, and this is a culmination of everything that you've learned throughout the campaign that's made your confrontation with Ray Jack so much easier than it would have been had you pursued other sources. Everybody please roll a d6 to break the case, and we need 1/6 to officially get on record that we've made it.
I rolled a fucking 1.
I'm seeing a lot of 4s. Yeah, 1, 4,
No!
4, 1.
Nikki
Colby
and
got
I
a
are
3.
just at rolling the worst. Except for
I got
Dido
rid of
today.
all my 6s.
All right.
Just automatic success
So-
for birthday.
A 4
Yeah, is that a thing?
succeeds. A 4, a 4. Yeah, it does succeed. Birthday moon. It does
Let's
succeed.
exploit my birthday.
fu-
Yes.
Yes.
The 4 succeeds anyway, but we'll say that because this is the last roll of the game. This was desperate position, great effect, right? I love the be all rolls. The 4 will succeed. Ray Jack can be hurt or captured. Whoever wishes to lead this, I would imagine it would be either Colby or Calliegh. Calliegh for birthday, Colby for daughter. And the danger cluck will also reach 4, and something catastrophic will happen.
All right, Colby. Sidebar. I want to hurt him. What do you want to do?
Sidebar, I want the kill. Yeah, this is where you decide
No,
who
I
gets the
just-
kill.
I don't
Well,
care who gets the
you-
kill. I just want him hurt.
You saw Colby try to shoot him, but was unable to. She is just crying right now as she's like leaning against Bobby. So take that as you will. You can do what you want.
Bobby's gonna look at Calliegh and kind of like give the nod, like I think you need to help the lady out,
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna dig in to shoot him.
That armpit.
Bobby's gonna lend a hand too.
By lifting the
Yeah,
arm up.
I'll do.
Yeah. Just motivational
veteran.
words, he's. And Calliegh, you can roll that extra 6 out of mine.
Okay.
I
So
want to give Calliegh a chance
Bobby's
to get
lending
a
a
6.
hand.
The veteran finally gets this shot.
I'm gonna hand via the seagull. Well,
Okay.
seagull
Fly,
lands
my
on
pretty
your shoulder.
Oh. I mind
Lands
you
on
guys,
your
I have not
shoulder.
rolled- I have not
Yeah.
rolled over a 4 tonight.
Yeah, I know. That's what kind of
So-
why I'm nervous.
2 6.
Oh, look at that
Hey!
shit! Finally, look at you coming in clutch in the end.
It had to be. It had to be the only way that this was gonna end. Was the veteran playbook, the birthday Calliegh, and Dido both getting this crit against Ray Jack Montero, and finally destroying this. Okay, you get the perfect shot off. You get to describe how Ray Jack Montero finally meets his end, if that's what you wish, at the edge of your rifle. And then I will describe the catastrophe, and then we'll be moving on to our debriefing questions.
Yeah, I think Callie would pull out her cricket, so she's put her big gun away. And she's went up to him. And if he was still sitting, she would straddle his lap and get in real close to his ear. And whisper, if you wanted him taken out, I would have been your best bet. And she kind of looks
really?
back. I was like, But considering that there's family behind me, it's best you tried to kill me. And I'm gonna shoot him in the armpit.
I'm gonna shoot him in the armpit. This is a crit. You get to choose exactly where you fire, and
yeah. So instead of the armpit, so like with Edwin, I wanted it to go through his brain.
Yeah.
Because it was a headshot that had killed her fiance. But because Montero's so heartless, she's gonna go down a little lower, but more in the gut, aimed up towards his heart. So the bullet doesn't have to go through ribs or anything.
You fire. That was perfect. It hits his heart exactly at the right time, and he falls over. He's
You
like,
never choose chicken over your daughter.
he looks up and he opens his eyes. He hasn't had any chunks squirt him, but he looks at you and he sees a giant, juicy, rotisserie chicken talking at him. He's like, I want to go back to the days when I was younger, and the chickens roamed the fields as far as I could see. We made this bird flu. For what? Money? I lost the only thing I ever cared about. 10-piece with gravy. And cluckers. And he looks right at Colby when he says that. And he presses like the red, like, delete button on his on the chair next to him, given like executive powers to the FDA. The FDA bureau and the USDA bureau nearby both blow up as Holly is already long gone. Tony has already escaped. John and Mike. John is actually riding Mike's centaur form as they've left. It seems like your agents and some other recruits are the only ones left in the building. It seems to be collapsing. Who is going to? You can jump off. There's a couple ways you can make it through like that, or you can try and save some of your fellow agents now that they are not. They're not captured by Ray Jack's tyranny.
What Callie said about choosing chicken over your own daughter really kind of made Baron think about choosing his job over his, and so he immediately runs to her to make sure she gets out safely.
Honeyham is scared, although she has a flight suit, so you could just hop on. Well, I'll give you a piggyback right now, Dad, and you can hop on, and she'll make it off with the flight suit. That's one way. That's one person taken care of. We don't necessarily have to do rolls for this final catastrophe. It's just about how your agent makes it down. And if there's no other way, then we can roll a resist roll and see if you really do or not, if that's what you prefer. Otherwise, I just want to see how you graciously make it out of here.
I have an idea.
Please.
And so anyone who doesn't have an idea, she could help you as well. So I will go last.
Okay. All right. Back up. Always the insurance with the matriarch.
She builds a candy gyrocopter.
How high is the building?
The building is, I would say, probably on the 30th floor of a Philadelphia building. And he's at least destroying a couple of floors, enough that you need to get out of there somewhat quickly. It's not known if it'll make it to the whole building. Probably not, as he didn't have that jurisdiction. But enough that he can at least take out a bunch of evidence.
Is this building? Are we on a level that's higher than the building next to us, so we can see the roof?
And that's a really good question. Yes.
All right, guys. Are the windows already blown out from the explosion?
They are. and you're able to make it through. You don't have to blow it out. Also, just to avoid any Eagles discussion, the spaghetti like ship actually like dissolved when you got to the the actual building. Like it went into the walls and kind of it popped. The rest of them got out fine, both Lucas and your mother, but there is no ship. So going to another building, flying some way down, other innovative maneuvers
Bobby,
could be
Colby,
some ways to get off this.
run and jump as far as you can onto that other building. The rest of us will follow.
Yeah, Bobby would probably hold his hand out to Colby and be like, "Yeah, I think that's our cue to get going.
It's
I'll
time.
go grab something to eat."
Just like wiping your eyes. Are you buying?
Of course. Our first official date. Let's get out of here.
It's a your first official date's gonna have a third wheel as my seagull tags along on Kobe's shoulder. Because I
Before
abandoned
they
him.
jump, I go up to Colby and I hand her my cricket. I would have chosen you over chicken. Go.
Let's jump.
Yeah, we'll hop over to the building.
Jump together. So no roll for Baron. Bobby and Colby jump over. Calliegh, you stay, right?
For the moment.
For the moment. And then
I want to make sure they
It's
get
getting-
over safely first.
yeah, they do. Time is getting closer. Dinah, this is where you can pull your shtick unless Calliegh has another one.
No, I'm just gonna run and jump once everybody's out of the building.
Oh, I think you might even
Wait.
be able to go with Dinah since you're close by, exactly.
Dinah goes into her giant bag and gets out a couple pieces of chewing gum and starts chewing them, and then spits them out and spreads them as much as she can, and then gets out some more Pocky sticks and makes a paraglider and says, looks at Calliegh and says, "There's room enough for two?"
I'm not gonna say no to an adventure.
Oh,
You never
my
do.
heart.
And then she grabs on and they jump out on the paraglider.
Classic Velma and Louise action. One last glider. Is so beautiful. You hop like that was like the best
Wait,
line. It's like
is this gonna crash like a car?
No, I think what you see is everyone else kind of like is safely wherever they go, and you will see Dinah and Calliegh just kind of like soar past you. This like old lady just having the best time.
On the way down, everybody sees true life being felt, experienced, lived as Dinah reaches her zenith and like passes over like the shadow of the sun, and it's just a beautiful moment. The levels go down, the building, the majority of the structure stays up, but USDA and FDA agents start rushing out of like the area trying to figure out what's going on. Tony and John, Holly and Mike are around trying to reorient everybody and kind of making sure what's going on and that everybody's okay. Everybody seems to have made it down successfully. Let's meet up back at the street amongst the other agents and discuss this next chapter of your lives. Tony and John go right up to everybody before anybody says anything. Dust covered, swollen, tired, Listen, I know I'm probably not the best person to give you this, but Mike's too drunk, and he's still crying. So whatever. He asked me to do it, and you know what? I think you deserve it. Hands each of you your badges and a separate second standard issue weapon in case you lost your first one. It says, "Welcome back to the FDA." Maybe with your help, it won't be this way anymore.
Dinah looks at him and says, "Abso-fucking-lutely not," and shoves it back at him and starts walking.
Yeah, for you,
Calliegh-
for you, be the USDA badge thrown off. Calliegh looks at you kind of like weird.
I take both of them and I check the gun to make sure it works. And then she pockets it. Then she looks at the badge. I didn't shoot you yet. And she chucks it right in his face. And follows Mama. But she keeps the gun. For sure, she keeps the gun.
Keep the
Fuck
gun,
you.
throw away the badge. 2 badges returned. Who else is either returning to the force or throwing the badge in Tony's face?
My character just looks at him and smiles and just says,
I'm retired.
and just walks, keeps following everyone.
Yeah, Eclipse, sunset scene on the horizon with Honey Ham. You start walking off. I'm retired. Pull on the shades for the last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
They never come off. What are you talking about? Even
It's
with all
a
the
second
wind
pair of
of
shades.
us.
I'm sorry. It's
Yes.
another one.
Yep. Damn it. I have some somewhere, but
Some more lenses. Colby's gonna show the
Colby.
badge to Bobby. Just like, do you think we could sell this?
Oh, I could definitely sell that shit. He's gonna put the other badge in his pocket and then wink at Mike and then put his arm around Colby and start walking away.
Yep. Keep badges to sell.
The wronged and the low life playbook walking into the the sunset. Like that's like a
The
force of
afterlife.
nature gonna go on ruining stuff like the afterlife.
Like Mama said, kindred spirits, feral children.
Oh, you all, Mama Maple's always the best judge of character. As we pan on over to see Dinah, seeing Bobby and Colby walking off. Callie's still there with you on the vehicle, and Baron off with Honey Ham towards the sunset. What does everybody say as our agents either part ways or rejoin the force? Seems like nobody has. Good.
So, Mama,
What's
what's
next?
our next adventure?
Yeah, as I say, Dinah says,
Happy birthday song.
Dinah says, I think I actually have an idea. Why don't we get a slice of pie and talk about it? And then we can let the kids know later.
As long as I can have some cake.
Cake is fine. And we go to the nearest just awful cheap diner and get some cake and some pie. And discuss
get some food.
Discuss Dinah's idea for a school for former agents of companies that are these corporations that suck, called the Golden Chuchi Academy for Spycraft, where we will teach people how to be good spies and agents.
The golden brown, perfectly baked sky opens up to a puffy, rodent-shaped cloud, smiling and giving way to God rays blowing into the
Chuchi!
breeze.
Choo-chee. Now,
Oh,
now, Mama,
oh my
do you
God.
really think I'm suited to influence others?
I think you were a pretty good influence on Colby there at the end.
I mean, I can teach someone to kill, that's for sure.
You can also teach them how to do disguises and how to tell who the right person to kill is. And you can help us recruit others to come along and be a part of the company. You're a good judge of character, I think.
I have a few ideas.
And then Dinah's gonna wait a couple of days. Yeah, I think she's gonna wait a couple days to let like Baron spend some time with Honey and Bobby and Colby to spend some time together, and then she's gonna call them up and invite them over for Sunday dinner and tell them about the idea as well.
New faction! New faction!
First thing Baron talks about when at dinner is his new love for kettle chips. He's very excited about that.
Dinah puts out like a vegan spread of like your traditional like Sunday dinner at grandma's, but vegan instead. And so there's like green beans and salad and rolls and a tofurkey thing going on, and all this vegetable stuff.
All this vegetable stuff.
And so she looks at Bobby and Colby and Baron, and I'm assuming Honeyham is what she invited Honeyham as well, and so she's just like tells you guys the idea for the school, and is there's positions for everybody here if anybody was interested in participating.
Baron would encourage Honey to go for it, but he's anytime he's asked, he's like,
"Yeah, I'm retired. I don't plan on working.
Would you
till
like
I
to
die.
be a special guest lecturer every once in a while? Show the kids how to throw a Dorito?
Oh yeah, that sounds good. I love running my mouth.
Sit on your ass and collect a tenure check every once in a while and train a new generation.
yeah.
Sounds like a great time for Professor Baron Hamm.
Occasionally you see him practicing trying to throw the kettle cooked chips, but they're just so oddly shaped. They have no aerodynamic capabilities whatsoever.
It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
But then you eat it, and it's the right option for you at this point in your life.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what's going on with Bobby and Colby, and then we'll wrap up with Calliegh and Dinah as we close off.
The kind of I love the offer and I want to settle down a little bit, but I was thinking maybe at first I kind of want a little alone time with Colby, maybe do a little traveling first, and maybe we could do a little recruitment. We could hit the road a little bit, keep our eyes out for the best of the best, recruit them to the school, and then after we get better acquainted, we come back and maybe settle down a little bit. I could teach a class, telling fellow lowlifes how to not be such a lowlife, use them lowlife skills to do some high life sort of golden-hearted shit, you know what I mean?
Mixology too.
That's very true. Although I'm working on some non-alcoholic versions of everything, I think we need to kind of slow things down a little with the sauce, you know what I mean?
Probably a good idea.
What about you, Colby?
Colby definitely agrees, like wanting to travel and like just see the world, and also like along the way just like if she sees an animal in a cage, she just like frees it, and there's like a string of like zoos being destroyed around the world and animals just being let free, so
she visits Africa one time and the poaching problem goes away.
Yeah.
maybe
she kills everyone.
Maybe even during the travels, Colby keeps sending some of the rescued animals back to Mama Maple in the school. She keeps like sending new, quote unquote mascots So maybe at the school there's also like a separate like sanctuary attached to it or something that starts up.
Yeah.
For rescued animals.
Bobby and Colby have some conservationist opinions, and it's like one of those like boxes where like the text is like within 3 years they were working there full time, right, until they developed it like to its utmost capability. They did that for the rest of their lives. Like next screen period fades, like that's what you guys do.
Until Bobby
Let's-
Bourbon tragically died from a gypsy biting his fuff.
He died doing what he loved.
Getting his face eaten by a chimpanzee.
Yes, his favorite thing. He'd always fantasize
His favorite
about
pastime. I do it all the time.
Just the best. Just the best way
There were some issues.
It didn't work
Yeah,
out.
outside of game and character, like that would be kind of a dark ending to this story, but it's kind of common if anyone saw like the end of that series, The Wonder Years, back in the day, and like they went on just like that, describing how the family went on, and then they're like, oh, and father died from a heart attack 5 years later, and then they just go on with the story.
Yeah,
Wait,
and it
what?
happens.
He died? Wait, back up. What just happened?
It just keeps going.
So
It's
maybe
just
that
the text
happened to
log.
Bobby. Yeah,
It's
it
just
just
the
keeps
text
going.
card.
They went back, started a
Without
sanctuary,
going on.
started at the school. Everyone doing. Bobby died of a heart attack, and the school went on successful, and Colby met somebody else, and Mama Maple. Wait,
Oh, that's
what?
amazing. The end of the Princess Bride book, it says if you want a happy ending, like stop reading here, and then you turn the page a couple of times, and then there's like this short paragraph that sums up all of them getting like STDs and like dying and getting killed by bandits and stuff. It's so ridiculous.
This is that paragraph.
Yeah, exactly.
This is that paragraph for Bobby. And then we turn back to, after a long life of service, it seems, for Bobby and Colby, without any issues. Baron's family, Honey, Hamm, and even Baron
Except
himself to an
death.
extent. It turns back to Calliegh and Dinah, the founders of the school. What are your final thoughts as we close off the campaign here? It's so
You
beautiful
know?
in my heart. I don't even.
I think this is going to be our biggest and least deadly adventure we've undertaken in our tenure.
Well, I mean, deadly for us, but we're training others what to do, so deadly for others. Deadly for those who would cross us, I suppose.
I think we've gotten our point across enough over the years that
I agree.
I think it's only right to donate these to the school then. And while they're like planning like where they're gonna set up the school and like who they want to hire and stuff, Calliegh puts out like just like a whole bunch of keys and just spreads them out, almost like card shark style. I think these are all of my safe houses. I might be missing a few. Be good for training.
Oh, these would be good for Colby and Bobby to use for sure as they're traveling around the world.
I gave Colby a list of their
Grand.
locations.
Right. And
the
I think
new-
like
Uh-huh.
I think the ending scene isn't that, it's
Yes.
the whole group together for a holiday. And they're at Mama
Aw.
Maple's and they're eating their dinner and discussing the new recruits and the success of the school and the sanctuary and making plans for what to do in the coming academic year.
And
Sounds good.
And
Calliegh,
there's a urn on the table of Bobby's ashes. No, I'm just kidding.
No!
They're,
Just kidding.
ashes.
Prior.
End scene.
Like Mama,
You're
I
like,
am
"Wait, what?"
attached to this person now.
Full House
called
music
in a
playing.
favor.
Sure.
Credits roll. Everyone's like, wait, what happened?
I called in a favor. I have something. And Callie gets up and goes into the kitchen, and she comes out with one of those like big platters with like a huge stainless steel like cloche over it. And she puts it in the middle of the table. I think everybody will enjoy this. And she takes the cloche off, and it's Pollo. Not cooked. He's alive.
Oh Lord. Okay. We're about to fight.
No, he's there for the holidays. He's chilling. And it
you
basically cuts off
you.
the robot voice of the translator. I know I'm a pretty good looking cock.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Scene.
I thought I was
Yes.
pushing it with nut milk, but holy cow.
That's
Nah,
a
pretty good
that's a
looking cock
beau-
is the best way to end the show. But just based on
it's
how
a
the show's been.
beautiful. It's a beautiful. Exactly. It's exactly the way that like an issue of Chew would end is after a beautiful moment of found family interconnectedness and a holiday spirit where everybody can enjoy the fruits of their of what they did. Callie and Dinah went to all these safe houses and trained. Colby and Bobby are back and doing their conservationist things. And Ham is training. Baron's a professor. They get to eat together and finally enjoy like one day of peace, representing the many years of peace they'd have together in the future. Pollo is there drinking eggnog and just getting hammered as it cuts away, and we're going to end for today. Usually we would do debriefing questions, but as the campaign is over, there's the only debrief that we're really going to ask to do here that I think is going to be a really fun one is commendations and reprimands, not for XP, but for cool stuff that you think happened either today or throughout the campaign in general. And then we'll wrap up with cast outros and say goodbye to our wonderful audience for another season.
All right, rapid fire commendation. Colby Jack, you get commended for the smooch. That was sweet. Dinah Maple, you get commended for your candy creation at the very end when you jumped out of the plane. That was dope. Bobby Bourbon, you get a commendation for hold on. All right, Bobby Bourbon, you get a comment for realizing that you could potentially develop an alcohol problem. And Callie, you get a commendation for your last kill being like your first kill and just going straight into the pit, And Head Chef, you get a commendation for good storytelling or whatever. So, all right, cool. Rapid fire. And I commend myself for my seagull killing someone at the end by plucking their eyeballs out. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll be
the
quick
mic
too because I do have to get going fast. But yeah, I would say Colby, pushing it with the kiss on the cheek, and Dinah pulling the family stuff and helping Bobby get rid of his problem or complication or whatever. And Callie, I think, going from capturing Colby because of the daughter thing to, negotiating with it and working through it. I thought it was very in character for a role play. It was a great, sort of tension moment, but it worked out great. It was cool. I thought everybody did awesome. And Baron for, I thought like the creative action descriptions were a lot of fun too, and saving the day and like, pinning the guy across, the exploding Doritos, all that sort of shit. And myself, because Bobby Bourbon's played by a very sexy motherfucker called Rob Mulligan. Give me some credit for that shit.
So distracting. Anyway.
Anybody else got some commendations they want to dish out before I move on to outros here? Is this okay if you don't have to?
I want to give one to Mama Maple for the Thelma and Louise bubblegum glider.
Yes.
I like that.
That was a beautiful moment.
Colby for trying to shoot her father, even though it was probably really hard, and she obviously missed. Baron for blowing up that door with his chips, and Bobby for kind of diffusing the situation between Callie and Colby because it could have went bad, but it didn't, even though Callie didn't actually plan on killing Colby in that moment. I think I got everybody.
The moitering, Colby and Dinah, if you'd like.
So mine is for Callie was the ready for our next adventure. Line was just such a perfect setup for like absolutely like there's room for two ready for your next. That was just perfect. It was a perfect moment. Like thank you for always like yes anding my we're BFFs now situation with Callie and Dinah. Oh he's like a stepdad comment from Bobby just fucking killed me. And that whole scene and like playing that whole like this is our found family and we're all like we're dysfunctional but we're still a family kind of thing worked really well, and I loved it because I don't think we've gotten to interact through most of the game as much as I would have liked. Colby's like did you know this whole time that your dad was the big bad? Like was that a thing that you hid from us? You didn't. Okay, well, good job, like, improving all of that. And then Baron riding off into the sunset with his daughter was just very sweet. And the whole, like, oh yeah, I like running my mouth. That cracked me up. So it was a good time. Very good finale. And thank you, Anthony. This has been awesome.
No, thank you. I love playing with everybody. Ooh, Sam or Colby.
Hold on. Rob, do you need to head out?
Yeah, I do. I got a jet.
Let's do a
but
quick
go ahead.
outro for Rob. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I would
Whatever
love to do a quick
accommodations,
outro
go
for
for
Rob.
it.
Oh,
Cool. I'll just rapid fire. Real quick, when just the entire scene with Callie, but then at the end when she gave Colby her cricket was super heartwarming. Dinah, when she mentioned like that Freddie Sketty had been killed in, you know, a battlefield, that callback. It's like
sorry.
perfect. Yeah. And then just Baron and always, you know, like he takes Bobby's vape pen and just goes off, but then Bobby has the bag of Doritos, so like they're just like playing off of one another.
Oh, they have each other's stuff. That's so cool. They're foils. I never thought about that.
It's cute. And then Bobby, after like Colby and his moment, going off and being like, oh yeah, now I need to act cool again. I need to like push all this stuff off and just like banter with Baron was absolutely perfect. How he just like rolled back into that. So the entire session was just great, and I loved all of it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's a great role
I
playing.
loved playing with everybody.
Yeah.
We will move on to outros, and then I will do my big thanks for everybody. The last scene is, you know, as it moves up, Chuchi in the sky, you know, kind of blessing everybody. Thanks you so much for playing. So I was your head chef, and I was so happy to be your head chef for 10 sessions now. It was a ridiculous experience, and I would do it every time over again. True has become one of my favorite role-playing games, and I'm going to be playing it all the time when my chog bucket gets here and my chog hat, and I'm going to take pictures of me with my cork board. Like, it's going to be the whole thing. And then, you know, our found family here. I'll just post everybody and just cut them out. That's it. We got a family photo.
New faction.
My name is Anthony. Yes.
Yeah.
My name was Anthony, and it was such a great pleasure to be your head chef. You can find me on Twitter at Prainntheplague, and that's me. But we will do our cast here first, starting with our effervescent Bobby Bourbon, played by our GM Rob Mulligan III. What you got going on?
Yeah, Rob Mulligan, the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Check out Cybernation Uncensored on Twitch and YouTube. I also have that Kickstarter coming very soon. I know Anthony dropped a link in chat. I would appreciate it if everybody would sign up for that. Check that out. And I had a great time. I'm sorry I got to be quick and leave. A lot of great role playing in this session and throughout the campaign. Anybody watching, if you need a player or a GM, voiceover, an NPC cameo, any of that sort of shit, hit me up. I love playing 7 days a week if I can, so I'm always ready. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
A lot of fun. Thank you again, Rob. Bye, Bourbon. Bye, Burby. Bourbon. All right. Up next, we're going to have our resident cheese dust collector, maybe no longer, now kettle chip crumb disperser, Baron Hamm, played by the wonderful LeopoldTheJust. What you got going on?
Oh, hey everybody. No, that was really fun. I'm super thanks. I don't know what the fuck this thing's doing. Anyway, it's just gonna sit right there. All right, cool. I'm gonna stop fucking with it. All right, yeah. No, I had a blast. This is the first time I played with just about everybody for the most part, with the exception of I think you ran something. Have I played? Did I play with you before, Sam? Before this? In something?
I think in a one-shot
Like a
before,
one-shot?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what, but whatever.
Yeah. Too many
but no, it was
games.
great. I hope. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, we can play again soon because this was really good. And as far as what I'm doing next, well, yeah, you can find me at LeopoldTheJust on Twitter, and I'll announce what I'm doing next. So that's cool. Let's do that.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's the power move. Come to the feed, then see what's going on. That's how you know.
Yeah, just because I don't actually know of anything going on after this. Now that this is over, I think I'm. I mean, I'm trying to get some stuff going, but it's been hard to do. But anyway, yeah, cool.
It's getting there. Keep an eye out, everybody.
Yeah, it's moving.
Thank you so much again, Baron Hamm.
A snail.
I wanna take you, make you out of ham, freeze dry it, and then rehydrate it somewhere else when I need it. I don't know why, but I just want some fried ham.
All right, man. I don't have a very good diet, so I don't know if I'll be very good ham, but you can try it.
It's not very good ham at all. Next up, we got our super sweet, always wonderful food earring wearing grandma matriarch of our found family, Dinah Mama Maple, played by Halfling Nikki. What a wonderful pleasure to play with you. What you got going on?
I had so much fun. I have a bajillion things going on. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific, we have our next episode of Besieged by the Dead, which is our Ravenloft campaign on TTRPG. That's TEA-TRPG. On Sunday, we have our talk show where we have two talk guests and a musical guest. This time, our musical guest and our talk guest is the same person. And then we also have, we have Jude, aka Mermaid Royal from Death to Divinity, as well as the Noir Enigma. And Noir will also be our musical guest. And then next month, we have the Between campaign, where I'll be reprising my character from a one-shot I did on Weave the Tale. And that will be running on Tuesday nights. And then in January, we have an Avatar The Last Airbender campaign starting. And I also am helping out with a fundraiser that's happening in January, which you'll hear more about soon.
That's important. I'm gonna go throw bands for some fundraising on TTRPG with Nikki. So be there with us, or be square, or just come watch. It's just cookies, I bet. Next up, we have our wonderful head tech and the facilitator of all things fried, baked, ovened, grilled, or greased. Here with Colby Jack, played by Sam. What do you got going on?
Hello. Not much. The season on Weave the Tale is ending, but there is so much work still happening for next season. So just make sure you check out Weave the Tale on Twitter. We will be updating with casting calls very soon, and just what our next schedule is going to be. I will also be at PAX Unplugged here in like a couple weeks, so super excited for that. So if you're going to be there, hit me up, because I would love to meet people and hang out and just geek out over TTRPGs. Myself, I am ScribblingPenny on the interwebs, and yeah, essentially Anthony said Montero's name, and I was like, oh, his last name's Jack, my last name's Jack. Oh my god, can this guy be my dad? And yeah, that was like at the beginning of the session. So that's when we decided that. But it turned out perfectly. Like this was an absolute amazing closure to an absolutely wonderful campaign that I joined in last minute because a scheduling conflict happened with another player. So I'm glad that happened. I'm sorry, Slowpoke. But yeah, I loved this campaign, so it was a good time. But yeah.
On for the whole time, wrecked it. Without it, it would have been completely different. It was such a pleasure to have Colby. And last but not least, our resident birthday, both in universe and out of universe person, Dido, playing the wonderful Calliegh Mari.
Yeah, I'm Dido. You can catch me on Twitter at Dido11. A lot of my things actually wrapped up last week and this week. But you can still catch me on Party Wipe Games, where I'm there on Saturday nights and Thursday nights at 8:30 Central. I was really mad at Sam when it turned out she was the daughter of my enemy, and I was freaking out that whole time because in my head I was like, oh my god, not again. I have to kill Sam's character. This is gonna happen again. This happened last time.
You didn't kill her last time, just almost.
But I tried. But I had so much fun playing with everybody. Even Bobby coming in late and being confused. And being able to roleplay with everybody else and try out this new awesome system that nobody's gotten to play on a stream yet. We were the first. So really
that'll
exciting.
be the way. That'll be the way that we'll end it. That's the perfect thing to talk about. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to see our wonderful campaign here of Chew. Thank you so much to Imagining Games and everybody over at Imagining Games, like Pete Petrucia, who is a Piperex Spiva Vitor. And this is somebody who, when it consumes ghost peppers, can phase through walls. So keep an eye out for Mr. Pete coming in to your RPGs and your articles editing with ghost pepper. Look out for ghost pepper residue behind with a black light. You will find more than you think, I promise. That's kind of spooky. And of course, Mitch Bustillos, also with Imagining Games, but also with Weave the Tail and Penny for Tail, who is an Ovave Similo DeVito, looking like Danny DeVito when out in public, and so oftentimes gets asked for autographs or gets offered eggs in trying times. Thank you so much again for Imagining Games, for letting us play this wonderful game and sponsoring it during your Kickstarter. I was so happy with the way it turned out. Make sure everybody to check out BackerKit and the Facebook to figure out more stuff going on with Chew in the future, as that's still heavily in production and still going on. And you can get the drop on it, get the quick start, and start playing some Chew now if you don't have access to it, which most likely not. Thank you again for that. And thanks again, Weave, for hosting us, just for hosting us and doing the tech and just helping to make all this possible. The casting, the coordination, it's a big part of it. It was quite an effort. I love making friends with everybody, and I can't wait to play more games with these people. All kinds of different games with whatever we got going on. Thank you so much, everybody, and that'll be us. Ooh, yep. Sorry. Okay. Does anybody else want to give off one last thing before we hop off here, before I fade out into the unknown? No. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, to joining us for one more Friday. Have a wonderful holiday period, and we'll see you next season.
Take it easy.
They say, and by they I mean the people we're on the run from, that food is an ugly business. That food is intolerant and fake, even illegal. Well, I never saw food as an ugly business at all. I always saw it as, well, charming. I mean, this food charms you. It takes you in. It makes you feel welcome. Travel is like that. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. It even breaks your heart. But that's okay. Hopefully, you leave something good behind. Just don't bite off more than you can chew.